Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Wrestling for Life Network. Hope everyone is doing well. We got a big one ahead tonight. Dynamite is on tap. AEW brings us the fallout from Revolution. What will it look like? How will it go? We will find out. We will be here all night long for all the action, all the reaction. And make sure you hit like, share, subscribe, be a part of the family, be a part of the shows. And make sure you strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel good, and let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Welcome to the Wrestling for Life Network. Welcome to the channel that watches more live wrestling than anybody else out there. Happy to be back at it again. Lots to talk about in the wrestling world. Lots to get into. Lots of controversy. Lots of insane things coming out of Revolution. We're going to talk all about it tonight. And I'm going to be honest, folks. Usually I show up here with a lot of hopium. It's Wednesday. We're going to have a good one. Let's hope. Let's hope. But I got some grievances. I got some issues. I'm going to get some things off my chest. You get in that chat. Let me know what is on your wrestling mind. And let's see what you can make me rant about tonight. It's going to be a fun one, though. We got a Coffin match. We got a no-holds-barred match. Of course, Moxley's in a match. I believe he's teaming up with Claudio. Lots going on Dynamite. Lots coming out of Revolution. And the wrestling world is buzz. We've had a good week of wrestling so far, though. Monday was good. Tuesday was good. Sunday was good. So we're looking forward to that. But get in that chat. You put Wednesday in the books, Friday, Junior tomorrow. The weekend is almost upon us, and we will be set to go. As always, make sure you don't be shy. Tell us all about your wrestling thoughts, as we're going to have a fun one here tonight. If you don't know who I am, the name is right there. I'm Mr. Every Night, KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube. Big shout out to Big Nick and Anthony. Hope they are doing well tonight as well. But you are riding with me on a Wednesday, as it's hard to talk people into hanging out with you on a Wednesday when you're doing this. But that being said, it's going to be fun. We're going to have fun either way. The wrestling might suck. We never do. But we're hoping for a good show. I know I said I don't have much, but at least we're diving right in. We're digging into, coming out of Revolution, we're getting a Coffin match. That feels like it might have been a pay-per-view match. You just had Revolution. You're going to have, dynasties coming up. You have an opportunity to have that match on one of those two pay-per-views. Instead, you're doing it on the Fallout show. Fair enough. No holds bar. I have a feeling with the no holds bar match between Toni Storm and Marina that somehow Ronda's going to be here tonight. Potentially. Could we get more? But yeah, lots going on. How are you feeling out there? Don't be quiet. Don't be shy. Get in there. Click all the buttons. Take this link if you can hear my voice. Share it with everyone you know, as we are getting set to go about 9 minutes away from the start of the show. So I won't waste a whole lot of time tonight before I get into my long-winded speeches about certain things. But with that being said, top three from last week, not last night. YouTube was actually having a problem with their counter. Spaz, Richard, and Damien, that's your chat points. The more you chat, the more points you get. Super chat, super stickers get you a bonus. Make sure you get in there, do all those, and get to the top of the leaderboard. A big story tonight. Will Ospreay is back. Now let's put the booking aside. Let's put the storytelling aside. The fact that Will Ospreay is back in this company is a big deal for this company. It is a good thing for this company. To me, he is the heart and soul of AEW. It's not MJF. It's not Jon Moxley. This is the guy that you should be strapping the wagon to and riding into the sunset with. This is the guy. Now, you bring him back. You put him in a nothing match with Blake. I love Blake. We've watched Blake for years. I just don't know that I would have booked this if I was in Tony's position. You want Will Ospreay. Again, a guy coming off major injury. I think you kind of want to slowly work him back in and make sure if he's getting in the ring, it matters. Build an angle. Build a storyline. Don't, going 10, 15 minutes strong with Blake Christian, it's only maybe going to help Blake Christian. However, Blake isn't sticking around at that top portion of your roster. So We will see how this plays out. Let me know in the chat, what are you looking forward to? What are you excited about tonight? And how are you feeling about Revolution? Revolution's been interesting for me. And Revolution to me kind of showed a little bit of the crazy that can exist in the IWC, how far you have to go to appease certain people. And we will get into that. We will get into that. But I will say hello to the people first. I will shout out everybody that's kicking around as it is National Sloppy Joe Day, according to Zach. All right. National Sloppy Joe. Who's a Sloppy Joe fan? Sloppy Joe, Sloppy Joe. There we go. That's all I can think of when I think of Sloppy Joes. So there you go. Welcome back, Zach. Kevin's in the house. Damien. I hope Dynamite. We all hope Dynamite's good. Now, the last time I saw a Coffin match wasn't that good. It was Moxley Darby, didn't go well. It wasn't that long ago. The fact that we're doing them, another one again, like if you think of like classic casket matches, how often did we get those? We never. Was there ever a time we got 2 casket matches in the same year? Let alone the same quarter of a year. Very interesting, but we will hope it's good. Damien, the leader of the Hopium tribe, back at it again. Hi, guys. Watched Magnum TA on Dale Jr.'s channel today. Pretty interesting. All right. Very cool. Got Damien. Ken, welcome back, sir. Do we give Ricochet some slack because he apologized on Twitter? Dude, we're going to put a pin on this. I got lots to say about Ricochet. I've already had a lot to say about Ricochet. So anyone who's watched this channel knows kind of my opinion on Ricochet. And I've actually championed for Ricochet in a lot of cases where if this character, this gimmick, this attitude is going to work, then the booker has to book him. You can't be this guy and never get booked or only get booked on pre-shows. I call him the pre-show prima donna. But we'll come back to that, Ken. I promise the minute I get to the bottom of this list, I'm going to circle back and we're going to talk Ricochet. I want to get this one off my mind because there's levels to the issue here. Eric, let's go. Pay-per-view worthy matches, Coffin and No Holds Barred, and the return of Cage, Cope, Ospreay tonight. Ricochet is an asshole of the year, and my book. Do we see Ronda tonight as well? Potentially, I do think we see Ronda. Again, we're going to talk about Ospreay. He is an asshole, but we will get there because I want the clock to tick a little more before I start using colorful language. That being said, welcome back, Eric. Clay Lewis, always good to see you. MDB in the house, the Knee Pad Patrol. Thank you for your service. One of my childhood buddies. Okay, so rest in peace, Mike Altman. Hopefully I said that correctly. You died a hero, bro. One of my childhood bros. Thank you for your service and happy we crossed paths. So MDB, T's and P's to you, your family, to his family. Big shout out. I mean, the people that go into service, whether it's military or public service, it's a job a lot of us aren't willing to do. It's a hard job. Firefighters, in particular, I mean, when everyone's running out of the building, they're running in. Big shout out. Nothing but love. Hope you're doing well. And if we can make you smile a little bit tonight, sir, we're certainly going to try. So T's and P's in a big way. My friend, Sean Reed, welcome back. How you doing? Hoping for a good show. We always do. T's and P's, bowling, shoe ugly. I like that. Welcome. What's up? 80 and AZ. My condolences going out to Mega. What is up? Ken, we got you. I love seeing the love in the chat, folks. It is a family. Let's go. Appreciating the love. And again, shout out my guy, Daniel Barry Sports Highlights. Happy Wednesday. Let's go. 80 and AZ. I think I got you. Dennis, always a pleasure. Who else we got? Scott. Hey, buddy. I think it's been a minute. What's up, Scotty? How you doing? Hope you're hanging in there. Bradley, welcome back. Ronan, our champion. The follow from AEW Revolution is here. It's going to be wild. It's going to be insane tonight. We're just based on what they've announced. It's going to be nuts. We'll see how people fall on it. We'll find out. Sunny update. I've been told that AEW and Warner Brothers Discovery made Ricochet apologize. AEW officials told him afterwards it was the right thing to do. Yes, and we'll address that. We're getting there. I know people are chomping. KJ, what do you think about this one? But we'll get there. KJ singing Sloppy Joe. Who had that on their bingo card? Jose, welcome, welcome, welcome. Fair point about casket matches. Yeah, it just seems weird to have a coffin match and then a coffin match. Like, we always talk about the indulgence of Tony Khan's booking. Are we that out of fresh ideas that literally weeks later we're going to do another one? What the hell? All right, okay. I mean, I hope it's better than the Moxie one. The Moxie one sucked. Big love. I love seeing it. Let's go. Jake, the tribal chief. All right, I think I got to the bottom. Jose, Safit, Mr. Carpenter. How you doing? How you doing? All right, I got most everybody. Keep the chat going. Keep it flowing. If I don't click on you, don't get mad. Super chat, super stickers, or you can repeat yourself. Just don't spam the chat. That's all I ask. That being said, all right, the Ricochet situation, everyone wants to talk about it. I got a little bit of time, but it's going to bleed into the start of this show because we got 2 minutes. There's more than 2 minutes of words to say here. For those who don't know, Ricochet got chirped by a lady online. I do actually believe that Sandy was her name, and I do believe she had a little Canadian flag on her handle. So, you already fucked up twice. But Ricochet gets chirped by Sandy on Twitter. She says, his acting hasn't improved. His response, based on whatever is in her profile, is, "I'm glad you got MS, period. Multiple sclerosis for those out there." So he basically said, "I'm glad you have this debilitating disease." Now, as a person that have family members with MS, that have friends with MS, I know a few people that have MS. To me, what the fuck? Like, did you even think this was a good idea? Now, time and time again, we've talked about AEW roster members feeling the need to go out and go after the fans, go after accounts. I've said it before, I'll say it again, and I won't stop saying it. It is the most insecure, childish, baby bullshit I've ever seen in my life. Like, it's like a star quarterback, tweeting people who criticize the game he just played. Rarely happens. Why? Because there's rules. Because your team has rules, your league has rules. Tony Khan has to pull back his talent. He has to stop giving them free reign to go on any platform and say whatever they want, whenever they want. That, to me, is a problem. Wishing something like that on somebody is disgusting. It's low-hanging fruit. As I am getting the violence warning, so if you just tuned in for hunky-dory, happy Dynamite time, you might have to wait 6 or 7 minutes. But I will let everyone know what I have on the screen so you can sync up, and we'll continue to talk about this. I got lots to say about Ricochet and others. But Dynamite's live. I got the graphic for Fresno, California. The crowd, hi, Steve. And we are ready to go, folks. Like I said, I hope everyone out there is happy, healthy, safe. You're feeling good. You're doing good. Life is treating you well. Make sure you get in that chat. Let me know what's on your wrestling mind. I will catch up. I'm always a little behind on a Wednesday as there's craziness on the TV, and then you guys are nuts. So it rounds out well. But don't forget those little reaction buttons as well. You can see the little hearts popping up. Make sure you do the same. And we run back to a Revolution package. And I'm going to talk about Revolution as well, because the show was great, but some people were mad that you didn't. If you didn't think the show was perfect, the fuck you thinking? But that being said, back to Ricochet. With the Ricochet situation, I've condoned or supported him being an asshole, trying to pick fights, trying to get heat, but then it doesn't translate. He's picking fights with guys like Javon. Who would you like to be in 2026? Ricochet or Javon Evans? If you were a pro wrestler hoping to get, maximize your legacy, who's doing better right now in life? I don't think I have to explain any further on that one. Ricochet went for low-hanging fruit. Now, the people out there that want to defend AEW at every turn, I got a simple message for those people. For those people that need to jump online and defend bad behavior, defend it, and it's always the same thing. Oh, the IWC is so soft. No, there's a level of respect that you should be required. So, she didn't want the smoke. She said he couldn't act. Now, Ricochet could get up tomorrow and go take an acting lesson or work harder at his craft or practice more so he gets better at it. Ricochet's been a bad promo for a decade. He can fix that. Know what you can't fix? A disease. You can't fix MS. She didn't ask for it. She didn't cause it. She got it without even just waking up one day, poof, here it is. And her life forever changed. It is insane to me that these pro wrestlers making 6-7 figures are so soft and so insecure that they got to go this route. They got to go this way. That's what you have to say. Oh, I'm glad you got MS. You didn't say, you could have said a million things. You could have defended yourself if you wanted. But any idiot out there that absolutely thinks it's okay to behave this way, to talk to, and the problem is the people that are being disrespected or hurt, fuck you. Simply fuck you. And if you're hearing my voice and you think I'm an asshole, bye. Bye, Felicia. As here comes Will Ospreay. Great transition, KJ. But Will Ospreay opening the show. He will take on Blake Christian. I will put a poll up. We're going to keep beating this to death. But I agree, KJ, 2 wrongs don't make a right. It's not even about that. If you put yourself in the public eye, you get insulted. You get criticisms. And she didn't even actually, she didn't come out and say, he's a horrible human being. He's a piece of shit. I've said far worse about Ricochet on this channel than she did. She said he's not a good actor. His acting hasn't got better. She's literally critiquing his work. Yet, he feels like he can come back with this. And anybody that doesn't like it, what the fuck? And then the stream of people that I saw that were thanking Ricochet for his apology. He went online and tried to defend it. He tried to twist it. He put the onus on my hatred for the IWC. Fuck off. If you're going to be the bad guy and dig up the hatred, then own the fucking hatred. You don't just start fucking swinging at everybody. You put yourself in this position. Now you're going to act like a fucking pussy about it? Really? Really? You're going to punch that far down? It kills me. Guys that would never say something to a grown man's face, eye to eye, will pick on a woman with MS because it made him feel better. Since then, I guess his wife, Samantha Irvin, as we are getting ready to go here. But we're wasting no time as we're getting right into this one. Ospreay, Blake, I will put a poll up. I apologize for being a little distracted and a little behind the chat, but I'm going to get some of this off my chest, and I will read your comments as we go. Blake Christian sliding out to kind of stir the pot a little bit here. But ultimately with this situation, with this Ricochet shit, it is mind-numbing. The fans defending him. No, thank you for your apology. You weren't offended. If Ricochet had a set of balls, he would have went one-on-one private with that person and said, listen, I overstepped. I'm trying to do a thing. I shouldn't have said it. I'm sorry. Now, I've heard guys like Brian Alvarez imply that, Ricochet might have to worry about his employment, and he should. Trey Miguel couldn't work in AEW because of things he said in the past. Briscoe couldn't work there because of things he said in the past. Yeah, we got Don Callis, we got Darby, we got guys like Ricochet, and we're okay with this. The double standard, the hypocrisy. And speaking of hypocrisy, where were all the fucking wrestling journalists? Where did they go? What were they doing? How do you not report that this guy did that? Do you remember when they made fun of Maxine Dupree's brother who passed away? And it was like something that was rehearsed and planned and agreed on. And the outrage and the stories, people in the back were upset. Where were the headlines, the clickbait of people were not happy with Ricochet? You know what they did? They were quiet. Then they report Ricochet says sorry. Ricochet's sorry that he's a piece of shit. Sorry that he hurt people's feelings. Sorry that, that's what we'll report. Guys like SRS are disgusting. The wrestling media is a joke. It's embarrassing. It is made up. It's fabricated. You're better off coming to a channel like this, and I'm not saying just this one, but this one, where we'll shoot it to you straight. You might not always like what we say. You might not always agree with our opinion. You might not always, like what we like. That's fine. Me and Nick are more than happy to scream and yell at each other on a constant about the things we don't agree on. That's good wrestling talk. That's healthy. That's maturity. That's passionate fandom. As Will Ospreay is flying around, and I feel bad for talking over this. But the wrestling media is a joke. It's clickbait. It's people like Cultaholic regurgitating Wrestling Observer bullshit. Dave Meltzer's so full of shit that even when he's being told he's full of shit by someone that he's on a show with, he still doubles and triples down, and none of his shit makes sense. None of it. None of it. Oh, we have the numbers. Fuck you, Dave. But SRS, a guy that will show up in your DMs to pick a fight with you, if you call him out publicly, why are you being a pussy? Why are you going to public? No, because you want to do cloak and daggers. And any brand spiteful out there putting on a guy like Sean should be embarrassed. Publicly embarrassed. This guy continues to be a cancer, continues to be a wart. He is fucking creepy. He is weird. He clings on to things that everybody sees where his bias lie. And then he'll throw it up. Oh, no, not me. Not me. That's other people. That is fucking weird. The number of people I've seen on Twitter that have been fucking harassed in their DMs by this guy. This guy is starting to affect people's jobs. This guy has DM'd people. This guy has gone out of his way. And then he then picks fights with people. Then he blocks people and says things like, no one around here will even step up to my challenge. It's because you blocked all the people that want to fight you. You blocked all the people that want to go one-on-one with you. You won't debate somebody one-on-one. He won't go one-on-one in any way, shape, or form. The guy is a mess. The guy is a joke. And the wrestling media picking and choosing based on wherever their fucking loyalties lie, or whoever is being nicer to them, or whoever greases their pockets better, fine, so be it. I just want to educate our family, our fan base, our group. I just want everyone to be in the know. There's no reason to bullshit. This is fucking wrestling. The people that get all worked up and mad about, like, this is my life. How dare you say that about my company? Who gives a fuck? How do you jump on Twitter and defend or rage about, I can't believe you said that about Moxley. I can't believe you said, AEW is not the best. But you tell a person that they have, I'm happy that you have this disease. I'm happy that your life's a struggle, a battle, a grind, that your life is forever altered, and you support that. The fuck are we doing? Where do our priorities lie? It's the epitome of punching down. Ricochet, SRS, Dave Meltzer, guys like this, the people like that, even Cultaholic, I'll throw in there because they just repeat everything. Every one of their headlines is source, Wrestling Observer Radio. It's fucking obnoxious. Nobody has an original thought. Nobody has an original vibe. And like I said, we might not always be right around here, and often we're not, but we're genuinely us. You're genuinely getting our reaction. We're not going to scream extra to make you click. We're not going to curse extra to make you click. We're going to show up being us every day in and out. And if it's bullshit, it's bullshit. If it's good, it's good. If it's bad, it's bad. And we're going to tell you. But this pandering and this fucking, the ignorance of it all, wrestlers, could you imagine? Could you imagine if Cody Rhodes or one of the WWE talent tweeted at a fan, I'm glad you got that disease. I'm glad you got MS. I'm happy you got. People would be demanding that person was two back-to-back counts on Ospreay. And I do apologize that I'm not talking a whole lot about the wrestling. And I will get to your comments because I'm sure they're colorful right now. The end of the day, people, enjoy as much as you can. You don't have to like it. I cut up AEW all the time. When WWE I felt was garbage, I was very vocal about it. Even now when they make mistakes, I try and call it out. But everyone has what they like and dislike. We will talk about Revolution. We will talk about the matches and what really constitutes a good wrestling match and why is AEW considered like the best wrestling matches you can find, because we got a lot to talk about in that regard. But at the end of the day, when it comes to the wrestling media, when it comes to shit like this, the double standards, the hypocrisy, the way we treat all of this is insanity to me. But if you aren't strong enough, if you are not secure enough to take your 7 figures and do your job and go home and shut the fuck up, then maybe you shouldn't be in the public eye. That's that simple. If you feel the need to answer every person out there with with no followers, with barely any followers, as Will Ospreay lays out Blake. Holy shit. This is about to end. All right. A nice solid win. Blake got some shit in, but Ospreay gets the win. We start the night in good energy. Welcome back, Will. Let's go. Let's go. That's the positive news. As much as I'm rambling about all the not so happy shit, but at the end of the day, guys, be better, be smart. You want to tell someone they're an idiot for having a bad opinion, or tell them that their opinion is silly, or that, they're being biased, or blah, blah, blah. You want to banter, you want to battle. Again, you see us do it here all the time. You do it with the chat. I see faces out there that are here every night that on any given night, hey, one on my screen right now that a lot of times doesn't agree with the shit I'm saying. But that doesn't mean we have to hate each other. That doesn't mean I have to wish death upon him. I don't have to wish ill to his family and friends and well-being. I don't think he's less of a person because he doesn't like the wrestling. What I think is a less of a person is the person that shows up and doesn't have any reason behind what they're saying. They just spew what they read. They spew the rhetoric. And again, we should be better. And it's fucked. And as far as I'm concerned, fire Ricochet. He's the pre-show prima donna. He's not helping. He's not doing anything. This guy talked about his legacy and how bitter he is with the WWE. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. You can't. Why weren't you in a one-on-one match for that title? Where's that title now? You don't even have it. But here come the Death Riders. As I do believe, will this bleed into the tag team match? But Will Ospreay got a mic and letting the world know he's back, and he's not happy with the Death Riders who hurt him. All right, I'm going to click through some of these comments to catch up. I'm hoping for a commercial break to kind of balance this out. But yeah, man, give me your take, give me your opinion, let me know how you feel. But at the end of the day, guys, and listen, there's specific counts. There's guys like AEW Defender out there. It's a fucking joke. Like they just, again, this absolute, like, it has to be a bot. Oh, wait, shit. Ospreay jumping Moxley. Now, Moxley's supposed to be in a match, so, and now Ospreay laying boots to Claudio? I don't know. He's in the dark. Garbage bin to Moxley. Ospreay back over. This is good. The ref tried to stop him. That's cute. Send out security. Let's go. Ospreay standing over Moxley. Ospreay running his mouth. Locks. Oh, double hooks. Double hooks. Oh, shit. Palm kick from Pac. The bastard. I promise I'll get to the chat, guys. Keep it coming. I love you for blowing up this chat. They put him in the rings of Saturn, coming off a neck injury. This is not good for Ospreay. Yeah, I like it too, Boston. I think that's a real nice touch. Short, sweet, and then this is good, though. Now you got security out there. Moxley's still the leader of the Death Riders, so Ospreay goes after Moxley. One of the henchmen come out, take him out. I don't mind how this is actually formulated in the opening segment of tonight's show. Oh, there we go. Be clever with the insults. Don't be cruel. Again, if you're not smart enough to come up with something, that makes us chuckle a little, what's the fucking point? What is the point? Hidden Blade, Ospreay and Blake, brothers. They could be, but not. Hidden Blade, love. Let's go. This match was too long. Fair enough. I thought it was like, I'm going to let it slide. It was pretty good. Okay, here comes the Bang Bang Gang. Juice, Ace, and Austin. Oh, that's good. Juice, Ace, Austin, and Austin Gunn. To be clear, as they're still arguing, Ospreay flies out. I don't mind this at all. Where we talked about the pre-show bleeding into the pay-per-view is stupid. It's dumb. Don't do it. Stop doing it. It's not as cool as you think you are. This is different. When you have an entrance, but there's already an issue and everybody didn't just go home. Like, they're brawling during the entrance. That is good. That's a thumbs up. And here we go. Welcome to Dynamite. Ace Austin, who's almost been irrelevant since signing with AEW, is here. Ace Austin, Austin Gunn, who's kind of been on the sidelines with injury. His brother's been injured a couple times. No Jay White. Moxley still staggering around. What is happening here? Okay, Yuta jumps Juice. What are we getting here? So the bell goes, but nobody's set in place. Like, again, and we're going to talk about what makes a good match, and probably in the second hour of the show. But in a normal wrestling world, in a proper wrestling world, everybody has to get in position. You get to your neutral corners, then the bell goes. You don't ring the bell just when everyone's everywhere. That's fucked up. Again, bad form. All right, let's see. So we have a trios match, maybe? Does anyone know what the fuck this match is? Yeah, I don't know. Pac Ospreay match. Pac Ospreay would be better than Moxley Ospreay, so I'm good with that. I don't have any interest in Ospreay fighting Moxley. Moxley can't hang with Ospreay. Feel like I barely got through the chat. Let's see where we are. Feel like a whole better though. Man, I tried to advocate for this guy as far as he was actually getting people to talk about him. And then it went away. Jake, what's up? Some people say watching KJ rant on Wednesdays can be therapeutic. It's fucking therapeutic for me, I'll tell you that much. Ricochet needs to go away for a while. I think so. Maybe, you know, as much as I said, fire him. Because, again, if Ricochet worked for the WWE right now, the online rage would be insane. And anybody that tells you otherwise is full of shit. Okay? This got swept under the rug so fucking quick, right? How many times have we heard speculative stories from Meltzer and SRS and pieces of shit like that? Oh, well, the rumor is backstage people are not happy. Rah, rah, rah. Yeah, because all these wrestlers are talking to you. Get the fuck out of here. Again, if Ricochet was in a different company, people would have ran with it. Instead, certain people only ran the apology. And when they got called out, they act all indignant and self-righteous. Oh, me? How dare you say that about me? We're saying it because we're witnessing it. We're saying it, and there's more and more and more and more and more people. Anyone out there paying $13 or whatever the fuck it is for Fightful, stop it. Whoever's paying for the Wrestling Observer, stop it. What are you doing? What are we thinking? All right. So this is a tag match. Moxley and Pac versus no. Oh, Claudio and Moxley versus Austin and Juice. All right. Yo, what's up, Benjamin? I can't change my tune on this. If you can't, what people say about you on the internet, get the fuck off it. Yeah, and I'm gonna take that as if you're directing it towards Ricochet. Again, if you're in a position, you're representing a company, a brand. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, but 5 years ago, AEW was selling out buildings. And I know they sold out Revolution, great. But on the average, their attendance is so much less than what it used to be. I don't think I'm wrong. People can tell me that's hate or whatever, but I think it's facts. I think it's stats, analytics. What do we do? Your analytics are down. The interest in your company's down. The only people losing their mind about your country is your company is your pocket niche fans that just show up to watch people get stabbed with objects. What are we doing? What are we doing? But if you're going to do the job, you know, like I said, athletes all the time are criticized, put down. Look across the internet. You name the sport, people are criticizing the athletes that play. And you don't see people jumping on the fucking internet and answering the fans back. because they know, A, not a good look. B, you scare off the fans when you do shit like that, even if you're right. And C, what the fuck? Why do you need to do it? If you're confident in who you are, you're gonna be okay. It blows my mind. Just soft. Ricochet is one of the soft. His ego is soft. How many times a day? Do you love me, Sam? Am I still your man? Like, just soft, soft. I just got back from the store to get a stick of butter. Good choice. Good choice. You need butter with the bread. You can't have one without the other.
Would you like butter on that, sir?
Nobody likes dry bread. Nobody likes dry bread. That goes for the lady as well. No, that's not true. As a fan, you can say, hey, this guy's acting's not good. That lady is allowed to tweet it out. We all have freedom of speech. And again, then you go, oh, but KJ, you just spent 10 minutes talking about someone else. Again, he's punching so far down. It is disgusting. He can do it. He has the freedom to do it. He has the right to do it. We also have a right to tell him what a piece of shit he is for doing it. So that lady has every right. Again, she said something fixable. She said he can't act. A lot of us agree he can't fucking act. The reason he didn't get over in the WWE isn't because they wouldn't push him, because he plateaued. Because every time you gave him the belt, he was boring. Every time he had a microphone, you went to sleep. Are we forgetting that? He wants to overlook the fact that he can't talk to save his fucking life. We're going to overlook that? But that lady has every right to say what she said. If you don't click on my comments, I'm going to get mad and spam the chat. Spam. Go ahead. Sig your shit anyway. Some people don't know where the line is. Facts. Tony Storm got attacked backstage. It's Marina and Mina now. So card subject to change. Tony gets attacked prior to a no-holds-barred match, and Mina steps in? Woo! All right. Ricochet isn't funny or clever in his responses. Nope. AEW former employee Rebel has a body-crippling disease in for him to say shit like that is again, if he said to her, listen, lady, shut your mouth, you don't know what you're talking about, or hey, lady, you wish you were me, I'm okay with that. I mean, again, it's not about thick or thin skin, and this the fans that run out there that just somehow they're the toughest motherfuckers in the world according to them in their head, but they're the first ones to cry and bitch and bawl. They love dishing it out. Not many of them can take it back. Not many of them at all. Oh yeah, bro. Oh yeah, bro. Yeah, you're a bitch. You act like a bitch. And if you weren't fucking miles away behind your keyboard, you wouldn't have anything to say. It's fucking nuts to me. But again, the ones running around telling everyone what pussies they are the first ones to fall apart when you lean on them. Oh, they're going to block this guy. I can't take it. It's what pisses me off about the SRSs of the world. They show up in your DMs and run their mouth, or tweet out to you and run their mouth, and then block you and go, why won't anyone argue with me? No one has the balls to talk to me. Yeah. Well, yeah, I wonder why. Chicken shit. Evening all, praying for the firefighters in western Nebraska fighting wildfires. Insane that wildfires are breaking out already. T's and P's, something we deal with a lot in my country, so hopefully everyone is staying safe. As we get the tag to Yuta. I've literally been wrong like 7 times about who's in this actual match. It's amazing. And I still have the poll up for Ospreay, so the fact that 10% of the people got it wrong is hilarious. Ospreay. Wrestle Rants, how you doing? Rebecca. The aerial assassin. Love seeing Will back. I really do. Why the hell are we starting with this Ospreay, and why are we running back the same match from Sunday night with Tony Storm? What the? I'm so sick of wrestling lacking creative direction. I don't mind Ospreay starting the show. I'm curious why you have an issue with it. I don't mind because Ospreay's going to get you that big pop out the gate. So I understand that one. The running the back, like a lot of the things don't make a lot of sense. And we talk a lot about it on Wednesdays with the booking. And people, oh, the WWE is so repetitive and redundant. And it is. I'm not letting them off the hook. They're running shit back. We talk about Cody's 5th straight Mania main event, Roman's 10th or 11th or wherever the fuck it is. We have repetition in both companies and a lot of laziness, a lot of simplistic booking. Oh, as Austin throws it on Danny, tells him to suck it. I'm not into this match at all. If you're into this match, you can let me know. I describe this as hashtag sloppy jalopy. Eats a left. Big power bomb on Yuta. 2-2-2-2. Why would he risk his life again? He almost had his career. Yeah, I mean, it's a good question. Ospreay wins. Ospreay for the win. I'm not getting a picture here. Here? What up, Brandon? Facts. What's going on with Lio Rush mental health? I have no idea. I saw Lio Rush at Revolution. He looked like a little monster, a little alien, if you would, running around. I didn't know. I mean, I have no idea, Anthony. I hope he's okay. Will Ospreay for the win. Ricochet mad at the IWC while acting like the IWC troll is hilarious. You asked for it. You got it. You wanted to be the villain. You're the villain. How the fuck dare you get mad? You wanted this. You begged for it. You went out of your way to make yourself that guy, but you couldn't handle it. That's the difference between an MJF and a Ricochet. Why MJF's at the top of the pile and Ricochet's lost in the shuffle. That's the difference right there. MJF can be an asshole, but MJF earns it. And he knows it, and he's okay with it, and he maintains that mentality. Ricochet, it's fake. And when you fake it, eventually, as Moxley gets the 1-2-3 on Ace Austin, thank you for signing with AEW Ace Austin. So the Death Riders get a win. Yuta and Moxley, bald Yuta, by the way. I'm hearing that job might be in jeopardy for the tweet. Rumor is, or not rumor, Alvarez from Wrestling Observer implied that he should be crossing his fingers that he still has a job. If I was AEW, I'd bench him for a few months. I'd just say, you know what, go cool down. Don't tweet out anything. Mind your own business. In a while, we'll bring you back and we'll get over it. Again, it wasn't like the most, it's disgusting, but I mean, we talk about trying to figure shit out. He's got to grow up. And that apology is horseshit. He apologized because he was told to apologize. I'll be better. No, you won't. No, you won't. But I think it is a case of a guy that was trying to be shocking and doesn't know how to fucking rein it in. All right, the Death Riders heading out. Moxley flipping the bird. Not sure if Moxley's a heel. They're kind of booing him. There you go. Fuck you. All right, Yuta. And now we're going to a Gabe Kidd promo video package. Ospreay wearing a lot of neck tape. Yeah, for sure. Just came back from Fusion. Great stream. Thank you. Yeah, at least it wasn't Mox. Thank you, Ken. He needs to get fired for the comment about MS. I'm who was in a special education. I got picked on at school. People are just not cool. Make fun of people who have issues. It's easy to do so, 316. And that's why these doors have been open to everybody. And we razz our fans. We razz our buddies. If we tease you because we love you. But at the end of the day, again, punching down is a shitty thing to do. And when you're in the position like a Ricochet where you could bring better to the world, you're just adding to this tribalistic bullshit. Picking on someone who's at a disadvantage is disgusting. And I think a lot of people have been there. I went through it growing up. I moved a lot as a kid, so I was always the new guy. It's not easy, but we have Gabe Kidd in the back, and it does. When you allow your employees to behave this way, it runs fans off. This man should be confronting MJF, not wrestling Vanilla Ice. I'd rather have him in the angle. Now, it looks like he's going to fight. It looks like he's going to fight Pac before he gets to Moxley. No such thing as wrestling media. I love that, Burner. It's a fake. It's a fallacy. They are no different than Nick and I and Anthony showing up. And the biggest difference is we're not bullshitting you. We've taken pictures from going to the shows just as the same they have. But we don't pretend like we're in these meetings. We don't pretend we have friends in the back. We don't pretend any of it. The wrestling media is a joke. They are dying for clicks and clickbait, and more it's running people off. And like I said, if you follow Fightful, if you follow SRS, if you follow Meltzer, stop. It's bad for your health. You will enjoy wrestling more when you cut these people out of your life. I'll give zero fuck about Ox. That's interesting, Ball. I wonder why. Ospreay return match is Ring of Honor guy. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get it. You could have had him come out and give a speech and then lead to the angle with the Death Riders. Rich is still lame. The match was even announced in the first place. Now, I'm with you on that, Boston. And again, because I've been kind of heavy tonight so far, 30 or 45 minutes into this, I'm trying to be on the bright side about some of the good stuff. I'm happy to see Ospreay back. Him being booked against Blake. Like, fans out there, oh, Blake and Ospreay tore it up. Did they? Was it worth it? Did it matter? What if you hurt Ospreay? The guy, again, every time you go in the ring, it's like, running in traffic. If you can dodge a car, you can dodge a ball, right? Eventually, everyone gets clipped. Once in a while, you get that injury, and you go on the shelf. You just got this guy back from a shelf, so you put him into a match. That doesn't mean fuck or all, when you could just build an angle. But I think wrestling companies in general, but this one in particular, they struggle with creating good angles. Blake Christian could be a main cruiser. He could. I like Blake Christian. I feel bad for the rhetoric because Blake Christian is good. I'm happy he's back. I'm with you. This jobber match, I think it was quite convincing. What I will say is he beat him clean. Like, he beat him solid. Just, you don't need to really be pushed by Blake Christian. Why is Blake getting so much offense? Never mind. I just don't understand why this match is so competitive. It should be about 5 minutes tops, with Ospreay in control of the majority of the time and picking up wins. Because in AEW, they want everyone to be equal. I told you, it's porridge. Everyone's bland and gray. There's no real solid baby faces, no real solid heels. Everyone's just in the middle. Everyone's just fucking mud, clay, just fucking boring, bland. Let's go. Kenny Omega from Revolution. Lindsay, how you doing? Yeah, I hear you, buddy. I hear you. This match was too long. I love the fact that in 2026 on the internet, and here goes old man again, in 2026 on the internet, showing compassion for others is soft. Being compassionate, caring, respectful, that is soft shit, bro. I don't get it. I don't. I really don't. I struggle to understand. Haven't seen them win yet. Nope. Ospreay and Blake brothers. They look alike. I like it. All right. I'm catching up. Good evening. Let's go, Z-Man. As I do have Kenny talking away. Sean feels he is better than other people. I only subscribe to him. But now I cannot listen to him anymore. Rebecca, I'm with you. Like, when I first got into this, he was a guy that I would tell people, like, oh, SRS seems to be cutting pretty good headlines. Like, I go to Fightful for some of their content. But, I disagreed with him about something as far as him being protective of Mercedes Moné, and he was. He was playing semantics, and we know he was. He showed up in my DM. Instead of answering him privately, I did a screenshot. I posted it publicly, because you're not going to play that game. You're not going to act like the guy out in the public that you're all happy-go-lucky and lovey-dovey, and then when actuality you're a creepy prick behind the closed doors. And then apparently he had an issue with that. I told him to go fuck himself, and he blocked me. Oh, shit! Did Gabe Kidd just get hit by a car? We're doing the Coffin match, folks. I will we're starting outside. I thought Gabe Kidd got hit by a car. He might have. Holy shit. So this is so random, the whole setup for this. They're just in like some random community center parking lot. Gabe's choking Darby on the hood. I actually think I know where they are. Oh, shit. Darby's got chloroform. I'm going to put nobody as an option here because I think we might not be winning. What is this shit happening now? Okay, I'm going to do a thing. I think Spazzer, super chat. KJ, thanks for always being real, my guy. Jake and I went two-footed on the Ricochet bullshit. Come hang out tonight at 10:15. Also touch on All Elite Ronda. The hypocrisy of Ronda fits in so well with this. That's another topic I had on my mind. Also, cheers to Javon. Shout out, sir. Thank you for 10 bones in the bucket right now. As we have chloroformed, I believe. And then Darby jumps a garbage pile and flips the car. What? What is happening? All right, we're going to get away from the Ricochet stuff and such. So Darby rendered Gabe Kidd unconscious. Put him in a car. What is... Even Tony Schiavone said, don't they have a coffin match in here? Gabe rolls out of the trunk. So Darby, this is the dumbest motherfucker I've ever seen in my life. Darby put Gabe in the trunk and then drove up the side of a pile of garbage and flipped the car, but he was in it. He was in it. I'm going to kill me too, motherfucker. If I'm going down, you're coming with me. Cry me, real car, cry me a river. Yeah. Now Gabe is laid onto they just conveniently had, this is where we talk, the WWE is just so fake, man. Like, it's just so fake and so phony. The fuck are you making me watch? Tony Schiavone doesn't even know what to say. That is so crazy. Like, so we have a big old coffin at ringside. The crowd is dead quiet, by the way. None of this is happening in the arena. If you paid a ticket to watch Dynamite right now, you're all standing around with your thumb in each other's asses. Russo booking. What's up, Damien or Dazian? Donzion. Russell Squash. Darby's the driver now. The fuck are we doing? I'm telling you right now, if I'm putting you in a car and the car is going off a cliff, I'm not in the car with you. Why? Gabe might have been safer in the trunk, and then they ring the bell. They rang the bell. They rang the bell. They rang the bell. All right, match is official. Get your votes in. As right now, Gabe Kidd is incapacitated. The rolling trunk, whatever the fuck, Darby rolled him in on it. This is fucking hilarious. That was awesome. Was it awesome? I thought it was fucking stupid. Yeah, it's getting lamer by the day. Darby used to be cool. Darby's booking and over stunting has just worn him out for me. Like, I'm not impressed with him, but the crowd is silent. The baby face is putting, why do you got to put him in a straitjacket? You knocked him out. You chloroformed him. What the fuck are we doing? What are we doing? I didn't take him out. No, we're good. Keep going. Fuck it. He actually put Gabe in a safer position. Trolls will be trolls for sure. I think the issue with a lot of people and what we've started here with the WFU, why we've said fuck the IWC, is because the trolls can't take it. And that's it. This channel, the people that work on this channel, we've been insulted, we've been criticized, we've been teased. We have a lot of fun with it, but we never run away from it. We've converted people that, the first comment they ever made in this chat was negative, and 7, 8 months, a year, 2 years later, they're still here. Trolls can be trolls, but I think what a lot of people are getting sick of is, again, maybe by definition, the trolls run away. They're pussies. They're afraid. They talk big. Everyone in the world's a pussy. The guys that, oh, you got to be kidding me. And I say guys because I hate to say it, but like 85% of the issue are weird, lonely men. As Darby now is in the straitjacket, and we got our biting incident. I should be tracking this shit, right? More biting on AEW as Gabe Kidd, is in the straitjacket, and he's biting Darby. Appreciate the acknowledgement, sir. Whoever you may be. I have an opinion on long matches and long pay-per-view. I feel like if I want to watch a normal hour show, then I'll watch a TV for me. It's like people are complaining about getting... No. Yeah, I see what you're saying, and I do, and a lot of people have made that comment, and I'm not saying you're wrong, but there's a line. There's a level of indulgence. My biggest issue with the length of pay-per-views isn't that the pay-per-view's long. It's that there's so much shit I don't like. And we're going to break it down as we get in the second hour here. And we'll talk a little more about Revolution and kind of decide how we feel about it. But if it was 5 hours of like blow your socks off entertainment, I probably wouldn't complain. The problem is there's so much not good in good English, but so much that lacks, so much that is not good between the good stuff. It makes the nights feel so long. By the time we got to that fucking Hangman, it's a Sunday night at 1 a.m, and I'm supposed to be excited about Hangman and MJF having a boring death match. Come on. That's the issue. I'm not complaining that it's longer, the matches are longer, but here's the question for the chat to think about, and we'll get to it. Here's the question. Does a longer match with more high spots make it a better match? I don't know. I've seen some really good 7-minute matches. I've seen some really good, 10-minute matches. I've seen some shit 30-minute matches. So you guys have to let me know. Because one of the things I hear a lot about the people that assess pro wrestling is, they went for like 20. So what? They did garbage for 20 minutes. That doesn't mean anything to me. What's up, Nightmare Queen? Jose already got you. Wrestling Squash. I think I said hello to you. But question of the night. Where the hell is Samoa Joe? I haven't seen him since he dropped the title. So Samoa Joe went to film, I believe, season 3 of Twisted Metal. If you haven't watched Twisted Metal, it's worth a watch. But Joe went out to do that. I think he was also tending to an injury as well. I think there was like a non-wrestling related injury. Yeah, superhero video game shit is not even wrestling anymore. Like right now, I have Darby gushing blood. In picture-in-picture? Picture-in-picture? Okay. All right. Here we go. Yeah, does it qualify? I saw a comment today, and actually Big Nick tagged me in a comment that he made. Someone made the comment. It's like this given, and I've said it a million times, that automatically AEW gives us the best wrestling. And WWE shit's kind of fake. And then I think about it, and I'm like, they give us exciting stuff. Like, this is not boring. I mean, I guess. The crowd doesn't seem overly loud about it, as Darby's on the top rope in a straitjacket, gushing blood, or Gabe's gushing blood. Sorry, Darby's gushing blood. Jeez. I'll get my shit together, I promise. He's biting the head. Way too much biting in his company. Do you know how many times I saw biting as a wrestling fan as a youngster? Every time George the Animal Steel showed up. That was it. That was it. Everybody biting everybody. As we get a code red, I believe. I looked away. Now, Gabe's still half woozy from chloroform. But, does it qualify? You watch, like, the sequence in the post that Nick tagged me on. It's the Bucks and FTR. Super kick, leg slap. Doesn't connect. Super kick, leg slap. Doesn't connect. X Factor, roll in, miss the knee, miss the chair. Like, are we really telling me that Jey Uso, as bad as people think Jey Uso is, but we're okay with, like, Jon Moxley? I believe Jon Moxley's the worst professional wrestler that we have to tolerate every week. Do you know who needs a few months off? Jon Moxley needs to go the fuck away. He won't, though. He's so insecure. He's afraid if he leaves for a week, someone's going to take his spot. He needs to go away. but he can't. He's addicted. And he won't stop. So we got to tolerate him every week because his boss just keeps booking him. The Booker of the Year, by the way. So I don't know. I'm really struggle with how do you assess it? And I believe like the amazing AEW matches are outstanding, but there's a big drop off and everything sucks. There's a lot of bad wrestling. That's it. Is Moxley lying about being a babyface in AEW? We don't know. They just set him up they have the biggest babyface in the world come back to take him on. So he's back to being a heel. They just jumped Ospreay. So the Death Riders remain heels and all that great babyface work out the fucking window. Consistency matters. The wrestlers as a character have to know who they were. The Macho Man was the Macho Man 24/7, 365. The Undertaker was the Undertaker 24/7, 365. Austin was Austin, right? And too many of these motherfuckers are acting and playing a fool, and it gets blown up, and it's transparent. We see through it. As Darby's half in the box, Gabe's trying to shut the door, but he's not in. So that makes no sense. And we got more biting. More biting. I don't get it. This is where the best wrestle. Because biting on the nose is a great wrestling move. When you're the boss, the owner, don't give two fucks. Why would you? We see it every week. The talent runs the show. It's a circus every Wednesday. You're right, Rance. And I at times I get exhausted. And I think I went through a little bit over the last couple months where you just can't keep coming on stream and saying the same shit. Now, the good news is there's a whole slew of new stuff to rant and rave about, which is fun. But ultimately, Tony Khan either does not know any better or he does not give a fuck. Maybe a little from column A, maybe from a little column B. So we get a Coffin drop. This is fucking stupid. I'm sorry, you've lost I'm not interested. Another Coffin drop. Yeah, apparently it's still happening, but Mina's going to fight Marina. I'm just glad that they started not to just do nothing on the pay-per-view. I have noticed that they used to be like, okay, they would end up with a rivalry on them and then start a new one in the silence. Yeah, I mean, listen, AEW does well on a lot of their pay-per-views. And again, like I keep saying, I'm going to talk about Revolution during the next commercial break. But the lid shut! Darby wins! We got the tope. Gabe falls in, the door shuts, and it's over. Hey, Gabe Kid, thank you for coming to AEW. You can now go back to catering with the rest of the fucking dogs. What was the point of bringing the dogs in if they lose to everybody? What was the point? Tell me I'm wrong. Where are the sickos in the chat? Why is Darby only in side feuds, no title runs? Because he's a freak show. He's a side attraction. And thank you so much for the super chat, folks. Super chat guarantees I click on you. I swear to God, I'm trying to click on everyone. But Darby's crawling to a mic. We're gonna give Darbs a fucking promo? Yeah, I don't care. Feels like GCW, but GCW does it better. They just have a smaller budget. I'm gonna hold that throttle. Darby's calling out MJF. I'm coming. Darby MJF actually might work, guys. They're if they do it in a way that works and it's the spoiled champion who's ignorant and dismissive, and Darby, the underdog, that's got legs to it. We just talked about it. But all that Darby's become is a sideshow freak. He's the guy that bites noses off wrestlers. He's the geek. And Gabe Kidd gets shit on. Gabe Kidd gets fucking chloroformed and beat up by a little guy and thrown in a box. No one from the dogs helped him. Nothing. You signed one of the best factions in the world of wrestling, and you've shit on them since they got here. I believe it's a rite of passage in AEW. Like, you can't come in and win. It will hurt people's feelings. Was New Japan having issues with TK pays better? Maybe why? Oh, yeah, no, 100%. Money is a factor. And if New Japan's offering you, I don't know, 10 million yen, as we go to the bus, Jack Perry's picking up his buddy. I'm trying to decide if this is okay. But what was the point? What was the fucking point of signing? Why did we sign the dogs? KJ, bite your tongue. Darby doesn't need to be anywhere near the main title scene. This dude looks like he would have to put on 10 pounds to make him weigh of 103 class in high school. You're right. 100%, Boston. You're right. However, in this world, in this AEW bubble, it could be better. MJF, Hangman again? No. MJF Moxley? No. MJF Ospreay should be all in. So if you want to do Darby goes after MJF to like Dynasty and the MJF beats Darby, I'm okay with that. But there is an angle there. So I get what you're saying. In this world, like Jack Perry, tiny guy, champion. Wheeler Yuta's a badass. Daniel Garcia's a badass. Hook's a badass. All these guys under 150 pounds apparently whoop everyone's ass. Like, what are we talking about? Oh, here are the Buckies. So the Bucks are the Met Jack at the bus stop, and now they're cutting a promo. Darby got zero reaction to that MJF call out. Shake my head. Darby's cooked. Tony Khan blew Darby's world title aspirations. Fans don't care. Do you feel like it's like a year and a half too late? Like that I kind of agree with. Like Boston pointed out, maybe not. I didn't catch if they popped or not. You're saying they didn't pop. Like, was this when Darby was on fire and everybody loved Darby? Is now too late, which I feel like is a Tony Khan thing. Darby is an afterthought. Okay. Darby Allin wins already, my friend. Darby, MJF. MJF got a big target on his back. Does he? I don't know. Does he? But we are on a commercial break. And the show rolls on. We're just coming up to the hour mark. We just had a Coffin match that started in a parking lot. I feel bad for Gabe Kidd. I mean, when I say I feel bad for the wrestler that is Gabe Kidd. He made his choice. The dogs show up in AEW. They lose at Revolution to Orange Cassidy and friends. Now Gabe Kidd loses to Darby here. The dogs, to me, just got dog walked, and they almost mean nothing. It's upsetting. Do you not think so? Where were the dogs? You didn't help your friend? What the fuck are we doing? There's a giant hole in the box. You can breathe. There you go. You need it. Who let the dog? Nobody let the dogs in. We don't know. Who? Where'd they go? Where are the dogs? Somebody let the dogs out. I feel like Gabe Kidd needs to be the state county jail endearing a straight jacket in white color, my friend. Hello, my friend. Safid got all the blood. All right, folks. If I missed your comment, if you said something you want me to read, put it in the chat. I'm trying my best. Lots going on, lots of moving parts, lots of bleeding, lots of biting. I don't know what kind of. I don't know. I kind of like the death match. I thought that it was the best match on the card. That's just my opinion. Although I kind of think it really depends on your like death match. I like a good death match. I'm a big fan of death matches. I like when they're done well. I like guys like Cologne. I like Yamashita. We like, we have fanfare for the Mance Warners, the Manders, those guys. We watched guys like Oliver and Blake Christian come through that company. There is an art to death matches. There is an art to going hardcore. I think two things happened for me with the Revolution main event. I thought it was slow. and I thought it was late. And I think that's where we're talking about quality. If you have that match at 11 p.m., it probably feels a little less boring. But I felt it very slow. And that's just my take. If you liked it, that's awesome. I just felt like it was set up a table, fall through the table, everyone stands still. Then one of the guys gets up, he goes and gets another weapon. They use that weapon, they stand still. Good death matches have a flow to them, have a rhythm to them. They're better at setting the shit up. As we do have Nana in the ring coming out of commercial break, folks. Don't forget, we shirt people. I got Darby to win tonight. Let's go. Is that, yeah, I got to take that down. Thank you. KJ, in my day, we call pitcher and pitcher Pip. Let's go. PIP. What do you think about WWE superstars leaving company, going to AEW or TNA? I mean, it happens. Alan, something more specific might help, my guy. It's still entertaining. That's like, we got a really fucked up Coffin match, but it's not boring, you know. Gabe Kidd would have been better off staying in New Japan if this was all we have for him here. Why would you not bring the dogs in and make them cool? Like, you know, let's pretend, and Tony has to do a better job. Tony has to pretend that anybody that's not currently in the company has to be introduced to the audience. Even if some of your audience or a lot of your audience knows they wrestle elsewhere, you got to pretend like they don't. And the dogs could have ran in and fucked up Moxley, fucked up MJF, fucked up Ospreay, fucked up Swerve. The dogs could have just started fucking shit up and being a headache. And then you put them in matches and you see how Gabe can wrestle, Connors can wrestle, Finley can wrestle. But they put them in a trios match against nobodies and they lose. Then the next night, the next chance you get, you put Kid in a fucking Coffin match and he loses. For the guys that really super focus on wins and losses, where's the consistency in that argument? Because obviously Gabe Kidd and the dogs picking up wins as they just get to the company should matter. Shouldn't it? I don't know. Gabe's got that one. What's up, Corey? Let's go. Lady B, everybody was kung fu biting. Let's go. It's true. Son of a bitch. All right, let me scroll down. I know I'm miles behind. Let me see if there's any super chats I haven't said hello to yet. New member! There you go! Now you're not just a member, you're a member. As Swerve sitting in the spotlight in the dark. Edge has been coaching Swerve on promos. Power. Why is Darby only in one-sided fuse? No title runs. We got that one. Got those ones. Thank you for the super chats, folks. Remember, that's your guarantee click. He's waiting for an applause, but nobody cares. Woof. I might be wrong. I can't win on Wednesdays because either I'm too mean and I'm too critical or I'm too nice. It's hard to find the middle. We got in shit for giving the show like 7.5, 8, which I keep saying I'm going to get to, but I am planning to get there. Yeah, I'd rather Gabe Kidd go after the champion. Yeah, and then people are going to go, well, that's heel on heel. This company, it doesn't really fucking matter. Let's be real. Does anybody really hyper focus on who's the heel, who's the baby face? I don't think so. What is with the biting? AEW, stop trying to bite. It's fucking childish. It is childish, but they're saying that it's so cool. He bit his nose. Tony Storm won a match by biting a tit. What are we doing? I want to take your women serious. Look at all the women we watch wrestle on NXT. All the women we're getting on Raw and SmackDown. Any of them running around biting each other's tit to get a win? No. Lowbrow. It's lowbrow. And I've said it before and I will say it again. This show is written either by a moron or a person who thinks the people watching are morons. You guys decide. I don't know how you fall on it. Is it Tony that's moronic and thinks this shit's funny and cool? Or does he think the fans are stupid? One of the two, because it doesn't matter. I'll give you a horrible match. I'll give you horrible booking. I'll give you no angles, but you won't care because I'm going to make somebody bleed. Stay tuned. The show has no life. The show after pay-per-views tends to be a weak show from AEW. Historically, the show after a pay-per-view has often let us down. A Swerve talking away. He wants more power. Wait a minute. Oh, Kenny. Okay. What up, Roland? What's up, Bowling Shoes? Rants. Tony Khan, dumbass, thought it was such a grand idea to let Darby climb the mountain at his peak and on the cusp of a championship gold. I've said it forever. I have no problem with Tony Khan letting people go climb mountains or do movies or do this or do that, but then work accordingly. Like you said, we saw Darby drive a car into the rental that the Death Riders had. He drove into the car. He jumped up bleeding because he hurt himself, just like tonight, hurt himself more than his opponents. And he fucking was screamed. And then we never saw him again. Then he came back and went after other people. Wait, what? Does Swerve want to be president? What did he just say? Swerve wants the power. Swerve wants Kenny Omega. Yeah. KJ, do you think after this Gabe Kidd is getting repackaged? No, I don't. I don't, Jason. Why would you repackage the dogs? You signed them because they're the dogs. I've been a member for over 2 years. Hardly knew. I'm just telling you what YouTube told me. I appreciate the renewal. As we go to the back with Renee and Speedball. Yeah, I don't get Nair. Welcome back. I don't get the biting. I don't. To me, but there's nothing wrong. Like, I'm not like, oh my God, I can't believe they're biting. It's not that. It's not that. It's just, it's constant. Everyone's doing it. And like I said, when I was a kid, 1 or 2 guys were known for biting. Oh my God, can you believe he's biting? That's so weird. Biting should be the exception, not the rule. Seeing people getting bitten on TV is not the norm. So you want whoever the biters are. Sounds so stupid. Whoever the biters are, they are the exception. But everyone bites. It's like being at a fucking preschool where the wrestlers bite wrestlers. TK doesn't understand that you have to always assume that they're the fan watching for the first time and you need to explain. According to Meltzer, that's not the fucking case. The fans should be going out and reading fucking wrestling books. But Meltzer's a fucking walking moron, so what can we do about that? As here comes Mark Davis. Dunkzilla? Are we calling, is that a thing? Do we call Mark Davis Dunkzilla? Can he dunk? What am I reading? Don't let Tony Khan see the FMW death matches. Dude, trust me, we're getting that close. I don't think Tony Khan's going to be satisfied till somebody gets seriously injured or worse on his programming. I love a good old slobber knocker in multiple ways. AEW, where the wrestlers bite. I haven't hit the yum yum button once tonight. There's been one butter. I mean, the show is not giving me a reason. Speedball. Oh, I wish they would have paid for Funky Monkey for Speedball's entrance. This entrance is hard on the ears and the fucking eyes. KJ is an old man and hates extreme vibes. I'm kidding. Listen, I'm an elder man. I'm still younger than Tony Khan. I want to point that out. I feel like unnecessary to point out that I am younger than Tony Khan, though I look like I could be his father. I get it, folks. Wait, is Swerve or Darby #1 contender? That's where I said, wait a minute, during the same thing you did. I almost said the exact same words, Boston. Swerve, like, is he going after Kenny? Do you really have Swerve come out and call out the championship right after you have Darby do it? I don't know. It was a little convoluted. But we are off and running. I didn't put a poll up. I guess I could put a quick one up. I don't know why. I'm okay with this as a little bit of a filler match. I don't know why it's happening though, but Mike Bailey taking on Mark Davis. Mark Davis is 100% losing this one because big guys do not beat little guys in this company. Speedball and Davis. And Davis, ever since his partner got hurt, Davis is getting booked better than almost anybody. We're seeing Davis all the fucking time. Can't get Davis off our TV. Yeah, so Swerve wants it to be an EVP. So he's going to fight Kenny for power. But what does that mean in AEW? Here becomes my question on that one, Richard. What, outside of the heel turn from the Bucks that went nowhere, what power has Kenny Omega or any of the EVPs really shown in this company? Do they come out and make matches? Nope. Do they have an influence on the show? Nope. Can they even prevent themselves from being hospitalized? Nope. So Swerve beats, let's say Swerve hypothetically beats Kenny, and now Swerve's an EVP. And what? Will he also do nothing like Kenny has? Help me understand. You guys are amazing, by the way. I appreciate it. Dunkzilla. Dunkzilla is his longtime nickname and Twitter handle. I missed out on that. And I've been a fan of Mark Davis for a while, like especially when he was in New Japan. I did not. Thank you for letting me know that. I did not know he was Dunkzilla. Don Callis' egghead. At least Mark Davis gets booked every week. Hey, I've said it before. You can't knock the guy. He's getting booked. Go, Canada, go. Go, Speedball. Renee has no shoes on and is still taller than Kickball. This is a collision match. Listen, I'm okay on a Raw, SmackDown, Dynamite. On any given show, you can kind of have a throw. It should highlight one of your champions or one of your top guys. Like if you're trying to build up a heel, he dusts somebody. If you're trying to build up a baby face, he gets a nice win. So I'm not going to be overly critical on this one, Richard, though I don't overly care. You know who booked this show. The same person that books all the shows and brags about it. Speedball slipped while posing, chokes. The Battle of the Marks. Oh, okay, my friend. Roland. I keep seeing this Roland name, but I don't see him in the comments. Like, is this like a running gag at this point? Where is Mystico? Isn't he in the group with Speedball? Yeah, he'll be back in a month. We'll see him later. Speedball slip, got that one. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we go to pitcher and pitcher. Davis down on the outside. I keep saying that we're going to talk about Revolution a little. On the weekend, Nick and I watched Revolution. We gave it a score. Nick liked it slightly more than I did. But we still like a B minus. I think I kind of came in at I came in like B plus. Nick was more like an A minus. Seems like a fair score. Fans got mad about it. And this match was a burner. This was the best match ever, the best pay-per-view ever, blah, 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 blah. So here becomes the dilemma for me. And we've talked about this in the past. However, let's kind of take a moment. We're going to play a game with everybody out there. So there was 13 matches on Revolution. The first match, let's say Willow and Lana Cross. Was that an amazing match? How do you feel about that match? Was it okay? Was it outstanding? Was it memorable? Do you remember anything about that pre-show match? Oh, wait a second. Let me know. Oh, this rambling making me thirsty. I have lots of thoughts on Ronda Rousey. I've shared them. I will continue to share them. She's terrible. Ronda Rousey, to me, is an example of the hypocrisy of AEW and AEW's fans. One, the AEW's fans as general, Ronda's everything that they stand against, except till she showed up on their show. Ronda, to me, like when you have guys like Trey Miguel that can't work in this company, but Ronda can, I got problems. Ronda, to me, is a piece of garbage. I don't like her. I think she's a terrible attitude. She seems like just a shitty, fucking not happy person. And people, her friends, her husband probably say otherwise. But from what I've seen, she just seems gross. I don't. She doesn't do it. She doesn't move the needle in any way, shape, or form for me. She hates wrestling. She hates the wrestling fans. She's only doing this for a paycheck, and we know. So I don't know. To me, trash. Absolute trash. People are weird. I agree with you. So has anybody given me any? How did we feel about this Willow match? I don't see a whole lot of answers pulling in, but it was pre-show. Who cares? People didn't watch the pre-show, so let's be real. All right. So I thought it was okay. We had an awful battle royal. One of the worst, most unorganized bullshit battle royals I've ever seen. And we'll come back to that. The Big Boom tag match with AJ and Boom and Doom and whatever. Fun, nice pre-show match. I said it was good. Fun. The Battle Royal bleeds into the pay-per-view. You look like an amateur. You look Bush League. They think it's cool. It is Bush League. I don't think, like the psychology behind it, the sense behind it. Tony thinks it's cool because Tony's a child, but it's bad. It's so bad. Don't do it. So that bleeds in. So you're already starting your show on a bad note because the Battle Royal was terrible. You made the big deal about Jack Perry winning the title in California, where his dad used to take him. His family was at ringside. Why wouldn't you do Ricochet, Jack Perry one-on-one and make it a moment? Have his mom and his sister come to the ring, or he goes out and hugs them. And it's like the boyhood dream. He's so happy. And maybe make the national title feel like something. But the national title is as worthless as Ricochet's opinion. And that's where we're at. And they made it feel worthless. So then we go to FTR and the Bucks. It was good, high energy, but it was a mess. We talked about not landing anything, nobody tags. I want to see a good tag team wrestling match. That requires rules. That requires tagging. And the people out there, the fans out there, the simple-minded, will watch it and go, they just did cool things. The match didn't suck. It was a good match, but messy. Tony Marina. It was okay. Anybody going to remember that match at the end of the month? No? Okay. Okay, so when are we getting to this 10-star best fucking revolution? Moxley versus Takeshita wasn't a great match. It was good. It was one of Moxley's better matches, but I don't like Moxley, and I don't think the match was that exciting. Babes of Wrath versus D&D, the new champs. Title change. The match was okay. That match would have been a weak match on an NXT pay-per-view. It would have been. The women in NXT do it way better. Way smoother, way faster, better pace, better moves. Miles better. It was okay. Is anyone going to remember it a month from now? Nope. Swerve versus Brody King, I thought was underwhelming. It wasn't nearly as good as I thought it was going to be. Wasn't bad, but it wasn't as great as I thought it could have been. Still not a 5-star match yet. Have I mentioned a match that you or anyone out there think should be a 5-star match? Anybody? FTR and the Bucks, solid, but most AEW tags matches are spot heavy. I agree with you. It was solid. It was fun. False finishes. I just want some structure to bring it home, right? Like, if you structure that match, then I can give it 5 stars. I can completely understand why people love it. When you just let the wrestlers run around and do whatever they want, you instantly lose marks. It's like any other sport. Imagine being an Olympic sport, and you had judges at ringside grading. Remember, people joked about pro wrestling being an Olympic sport? Never going to happen. But like, imagine, like, all right, they didn't do that well. Oh, I could see through that punch. Imagine you had a panel of like Jim Cornette, Eric Bischoff, Bret Hart. Bring in a panel of judges who assess, right? Bring out Bully Ray. Fuck it. We'll get rid of Bischoff. Well, Cornette, Bret Hart, and who else did I fucking say? Whoever. But you get this panel. If you're grading the match as on its merits, like figure skating, like, oh, that was a really nice double axe handle, but they wobbled, right? That was a really good triple sow cow, but you didn't pivot the right way. That's what the experts do. And that's what I feel like happens with those matches. It was good, and I didn't hate it. I don't blame nobody for not taking Ronda Rousey seriously. I mean, the girl already acts like she runs the place. She's an asshole. I have no interest in her. None. She doesn't bring anything to my. She brings eyes to AEW, and I get it as big pile driver. 2-2-2. This match going strong. And here we go. Oh, Speedball no sells the pile driver, but gets kicked in the face. Yeah, Ronda's a huge asshole. I don't know how to help you.
Asshole.
Yeah, that's her. You forgot AEW. Ronda will run AEW if Punk made. Yeah, that's the other problem, Guardian. That's a huge problem with having Ronda on your roster. You think that fucking Punk was a headache? Whoo! Speedball sets up the spinning kick. Down goes Davis. Bro, I just had to manually count so many votes. My eyes hurt. Oh, dude, I can't even imagine. Fuck that. And Speedball beats Davis. All right. Anybody have any other comments about Revolution's matches? All right. So after that, we went Misty Balls. Oh, no. Thekla versus Stat was good, not great. Again, I think there's women in NXT doing a much better job. The JC Janes, the Tatum Paxleys, the Soul Root. There's so much higher level of talent. Just in NXT, I'm not even talking about the main roster. It was okay, flawed in spots. Wasn't the most exciting match I've ever seen, but I didn't hate it. Champion retains, fine. Misty Balls versus the Callis family. They win the trios titles. The match was fun, good energy, a shit show. No tagging, no transitions, just moves. Okay. Is that a 5-star match? No, we haven't had one 5-star match yet. Then we have Darby and Friends versus the Dogs. I lie, but we'll come back. Darby and Friends versus the Dogs. I thought that match was boring as fuck. Late. It was way late in the night. It didn't have any jam. It didn't have any heat. And the wrong guys won. Awful. Awful across the board for me. Andrade Bandito was the most disappointing match of the night. So Andrade Bandito, not a 5-star match. Darby and Friends, not a 5-star match. MJF versus Hangman, death match. At 1 a.m, was it a 5-star match? It wasn't. Was it a great death match? No. It wasn't Adam Page's best death match. It wasn't MJF's best match, but it wasn't terrible. I just thought it was very slow. Not a 5-star match. So how is that an amazing pay-per-view when you have 13 matches and not one of those matches were a barn burner? I'm all ears. I went through it. You can come back at me if you have a difference of opinion. We got a bloody MJF sitting in the back, soaked, looking like Terry Funk. Happens when you're watching any sport, let's say a football game, and the referee acts like they don't know the rules. You turn off yeah, for sure. Why wouldn't there be structure? To me, AEW is like street ball, half court. You know what I mean? Like if it's you and the crew out on the street playing a little football, and the rules are loosey goosey, you're officiating yourselves. You're playing half court, and fouls are kind of up for debate. You know, you're playing ball hockey, and you kind of no one's calling an offside in ball hockey. Fun, exciting. But why are there no leagues dedicated to that? Like, and I know people are going to tell me, haven't you heard of? Yes, I know there's leagues, but like, who's out there making millions as a fucking, you know what I mean? You see what I'm saying? No, the big leagues do it proper. The NHL, the NFL, the NBA, they have their rules. You follow the rules, your structure to the game. If you want street ball, you go out there and play that game. And that's kind of what AEW has decided to do, which is fine. But then don't call it what everyone agrees. Like, the best pro sports are in the pros. Like, they get to the top. They're the top of the heat. They play the big games. They sell out crowds. They make buildings full and loud. What are we doing? To me, it's self-explanatory. Your argument falls in on itself. You're not the same thing. And that's okay, but stop saying that you are the best at doing that other thing. Oh, we're the best pro athletes ever. But you're not doing that. You're playing half-court ball. You might be the best street baller ever. You might be Sticky Fingers or, one of the N1 guys. But are you getting signed up by the fucking NBA? Are you winning fucking trophies? No, but you're really good at street ball. And that's the AEW for me. Professional wrestling being an Olympic sport could happen if it's judged. Yeah, it would have to go that way. It would be hilarious to me. But imagine you put like Ospreay and Ricochet in a match, and then you have a panel of judges. How fun would that be, right? But yeah, I mean, it was so crazy to think. But you would have to treat it like an art. Ronda Rousey, Revolution was cheeks. And I never said that. I gave it a 7.5. Nick gave it an 8. I just wanted to run through the card with everybody. Again, you have 13 matches. So let's say 5 of those matches were great, and I'm underselling something. Is 5 out of 13 a good mark? Is 5 out of 13 a good show? Is 2 hours out of 6 or 5 a good show? So, dear sickos, help me understand. Because according to y'all, we don't get it. The general public don't get it. But I don't think you guys get it. I don't think you guys realize what you're talking about. I don't think so. And again, if you want to watch, if you want to watch amateurs, watch amateurs. Just stop showing up in my feed bragging about how they are the best to ever do it. And this is the best match and the best pay-per-view and the best and the best and the best. It's not. It's not even the best shit they've done. And I'm all ears. If you're in the chat right now and you can hear my voice, get in that chat and tell me something that I just said about those 13 matches that make me wrong. I haven't said great in regards to MJF promo in a hot minute, but that segment was good stuff. I do like him bloodied. It's passionate. It's from the heart. It works. It definitely works, Rant. And I like MJF. I think MJF's a victim of bad booking. MDB is a tribalist. Even if AEW had a killer show, he'd give it a 7 at best. Look, there you go. What up, Anthony? How you doing, buddy? Good to see ya. Didn't TNA used to have people wrestling in front of judges? Anthony? In front of judges. The only thing I can remember the judges coming in for is like the Ring of Honor Pure. They would score it if it went to a draw, right? MJF is Tom Brady. MJF is a great promo. We know that. We just got to give him something that matters. So I actually think that Darby at least gives us a reason potentially to play a story out, but I don't know. I think people are right. His flame might have flickered. AEW's Blitz Football. That is perfect. I love those games. Blitz Football, NBA Streets, I think is the other one. NHL had a couple of their own hits. Those games are fun. Like is it hits where like you could a hole would pop open in the ice, you'd fall in a hole. That's hilarious. That's great. But we still wanted to play our fucking chow. And for anyone out there who doesn't know, that's your NHL. You wanted to play your NBA game. You wanted to play the EA Sports, the 2Ks. Those side games are fun, but we want to play the real shit. It's a good thing it didn't end until after 12:30 a.m. Fair enough. I'm not going to lie. Big 3 is electric as hell in person. Oh, I'm not saying, like Big 3. Thank you. And I'm not saying it's boring. It's not. A lot of this stuff isn't that boring. It's fucking jokes. It's fun to watch. When they come to your city, if you get a chance to go out and watch it, it's good times. But they're not selling out stadiums. They're not filling arenas. They're not, and maybe some cities they might. I don't want to overspeak, but it's not the big time. It's just a fun offshoot of the big time. But here comes Marina Shafir, and as I understand it, we don't know who her partner is. Now, this will be no holds barred, I believe, regardless. And I think Mina is going to step in for Mina versus Marina. So earlier tonight, yeah. So here's Tony. Luther's freaking out. Tony's down. So Mina is stepping in. Is nobody even an option here? Why does Shafir win? Okay. AEW, yeah. Right? I like it. Y'all get me. I like that you guys get me. I know I haven't done so many shout outs for the promo or for the merch or said a whole bunch of shit. Come back tomorrow. Don't forget, click all the links, be on the socials. There's just been a lot to unfold and a lot to kind of peel back tonight. We're talking about a lot of returns at Revolution. We haven't even got into that. Has Tony Khan run out of new people? We just brought in the dogs and they buried them. They bring in Ace Austin, they bury him. Josh Alexander buried. Name me somebody that they've brought in new that they're using phenomenally right now. I'll wait. Imagine if Jim Cornette was one of the judges. I'm down, man. Again, Jim, for all Jim's flaws, he's seen more wrestling than a lot of us. You can fucking add up all the wrestling this chat has watched, and Jim still probably watched more. There's some level. I always listen to people. I listen to all the people. Some people are idiots. Some people aren't. But as much as he's controversial and rubs people the wrong way, I can't dismiss everything. But Mina's got a barbed wire bat. That's a bad game. You bet if you're going to bring a weapon to a fight, you better land it. She can't even swing it. Kind of caught her in the leg, and Marina sold the wrong leg. And now we get really fake punches to the belly. I'm sorry, guys. These women would be embarrassed in NXT. They couldn't tie the boots of half the NXT's roster. Wayne Gretzky 3D hockey. Let's go. What was the fucking... Does anyone remember such an offshoot thing? But there was... And I think they did it in a couple sports, but it was like zombies and ghouls and... I can't remember, but it was like... Someone out there knows what I'm talking about. You pick like fucking zombies and ghouls, and you could make spikes pop up and fucking bomb. It was crazy shit. So Mina gets a little bit of a pop. How are we feeling about this show? Somebody's standing up. Very obvious. KJ, you the friggin' man. Jesus Christ. I can't even read my own compliment. You the fucking man, bro. When I grew up, I want to be... KJ, real shit. MDB, aim higher, my guy. Aim higher. You can do better. But I do appreciate your kind words. KJ, that was a horrible acting from the Bucks. And yes, Russo is assisting tonight. It feels like the Russo, Mr. Tony, is helping with some of this booking decision. I can't believe we had a car accident and that was only a transition move. Is that the first time in history a car crash was a transition move in a wrestling match? Am I wrong? Did I just make that up? Am I wrong? Like, what the fuck? It's an indie promotion with a massive budget. Ain't gonna be anything different until TK hands over the books. I don't even think I want them to be that different. I just want them to admit. I think I want the as Mina is just getting chucked and the crowd just stares. But the heel is taking the baby face down, so I get that. Where was I going with that thought? I can't remember what I was saying. Yeah, I don't necessarily want them. It's just like constantly shoving bullshit down my throat. And I feel like that's what started to change. I again started this channel because of AEW. I wanted to be a guy that championed for AEW. And if you go back in our archive and the early shows, I did a lot of praising of AEW. But at the end of the day, the fan base, like being lied to your face, and then when you're like, wait, I don't know where did you get that thought? And then to be told you're stupid because you don't agree, I started to fall out of love with the fan base more than I did the actual production. The actual show was still doing okay. It was hanging on. But as we watched over the last couple of years, it just got worse and worse. I can't fake. If things were really cool right now, why wouldn't I be into it? Why wouldn't I be here telling you guys, oh my God, all this? But it's just, we just went from a coffin match to a no holds bar match. What are we doing? What do we do? Are we so afraid to put Mina and Shafir in a one-on-one straight up match, one fall to a finish, that we got to keep throwing gimmicks out there to cover up bad wrestling. We're the best wrestle? Bullshit. So we're the best hide. Ciampa buried. I forgot about Ciampa. There's a lot of blood. Lana Cross, what about her? Man, Marina can't cut a promo at all. She can't. She got her and her husband have zero personality on the microphone. Oh. Wow. Okay, that's cool. What's up, Roland? I keep seeing your name. I keep missing you. But welcome, sir. I think I said hello earlier. Feet stuff. Hashtag. Corny is entertaining as hell. I listen to him. I think my goal with all this is, I love wrestling. I fucking love wrestling. So I watch all the shows, as many as I can fit into my life. I listen to the podcasts. I listen to people I don't like just to see what their angle is. That's why I know what certain people are out there saying or what their comeback's going to be. So I'm paying attention. This is a great show. It's been a little lackluster. I know the sickos are going to fill some tube socks and tell me this was the best show ever, but it's been a little meh. Anybody out there disagree? You're allowed. So for the trend continues, I say it after every pay-per-view, Tony Khan books the absolute fucking worst follow-up shows. We've talked about it. I know, Nick's been on here on a Wednesday, and we've had some big nights, like a World's End, and there's a big title change, and we're pumped. Like, this could be good. New times for AEW. And then Womp, he sucks. I can't recall, and anybody else out there can tell me, I can't recall the last time the show after a Dynamite after a pay-per-view was great. I can't. I just came up with that on the fly, Jose. Bro, the AEW fan base is so bad. Like, where are the dude bros and hot chicks in this niche? It's just a bunch of dweeks, dweebs and geeks. I like that, dweeks, and some homely hoes. Listen, you're not wrong. I kind of want to stop, but you're not wrong. I mean, where are all the fucking females? James, put your shirt on. You're scaring all the chicks away. That's what it feels like. Fucking sausage fest. Just big, fucking hairy, sweaty guys that look like they could probably be related to me that just fucking stink and stand around each other and cheer for, like, that was a terrible move. We went for a sling blade. It didn't look good. KJ really likes taking shots at AEW. It's the effort that matters. Bullshit. It's not the effort, it's the delivery. I'm glad you're trying, but I think a man of your resources should have the ability to do better. I think there's people around you that could make your show better. The problem is you believe this show is as good as it can be and you enjoy it. I think what you've learned in 5 years, 6 years, Mr. TK, is that the rest of the world doesn't necessarily like what you like. Now, on the flip side of that, it's your money. You can book whatever you want. And if this is for you, fine. My issue is then if you're going to be the niche of the niche, then just own it and stop trying to act like you're this idea that somehow they're bigger, badder, better than their competition. It's not true. And that's okay. You can be little baby bro. You don't want to change up. You want to stay in this lane. You can be little baby bro. Hashtag Dweeks. KJ, can we talk about how the extra Bury XTNA guys? Yeah, it feels like spiteful, doesn't it? Where's Anthony? Anthony's gonna be here tomorrow. You bring that back up with Anthony tomorrow too. But it does feel like the fucking if you come from TNA, they go out of their way to fuck you to prove like, yeah, see, TNA is not as good as us. AEW seems to operate a lot from a place of insecurity and fear. They're not confident. Tony's not a confident executive. The wrestlers, we just talked about Ricochet for a half hour, not a confident wrestler, not a confident person. You see a lot of this. The Moxley has to do an interview with his wife so she can tell him how wonderful he is. I'm glad you like him, Renee, because most wrestling fans I talk to can't stomach the motherfucker. But he thinks he's an artist and he has to tell you about it. If you don't think so, fuck you. Like, come on now. Both women on the apron, by the way. And we get a huge suplex. Mina down. That actually got the crowd up. Holy shit, pops off. I'm getting fed up with the wrestling because everyone else. Yeah, dude, it gets exhausting. It really does, man. Doing what we do again, trying to mix it up and find different angles. Mina missed the table altogether. Shafir put herself through a table, and they've shown the replay 3 times. Mina did not touch the table. Shafir effectively put herself through a table. That's not how that's supposed to look. I know we don't fuck with a little guy from New York, but he's been making a lot. Listen, I always call it the way I see it, MDB. There was a long time where I thought that guy was completely full of shit. And I still don't like him. I don't like his demeanor. I don't like his attitude. But I don't know him. That being said, he's also blocked. I have the trifecta of blocking, right? SRS blocked me, JD blocked me, and Meltzer blocked me. I got the trifecta. As Mina's going in the bucket, she got a bottle. Lady that was just dropped on her head on the floor has got a bottle. Mina's got a bottle. Bottle to the face. Backhand. If Shafir loses this, I might throw up publicly. Storm 0. Yo. I love Mina. I'm so glad she won. But what the fuck is this Booker doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? Mina wasn't even supposed to be in this. Holy shit. Mina Mellons just beat Marina Shafir in a death match. So the top head of security for the Death Riders has yet to win a fucking match. She lost at the pay-per-view. She loses here. No Ronda yet. And if you beat Shafir just for Ronda to come out, that's dumb. I love Mina. The crowd's popping. Dumbest fucking booking I've ever seen. Fucking dumb. What is this? Tozawa just beat fucking Austin Theory. I don't know. Pick someone. As here's Andrade. Looking like he's missing his CNI dog. AEW, folks. AEW. What the fuck are we doing? Shafir can't catch a W? Yeah, I know. Anthony, I know. So MJF is sending Andrade. Oh, Don Callis is on a phone. Oh, this is so bullshit. This shit sucks, guys. Literally doing cash transactions for hits during interviews. So Callis, who runs yeah, this is so bad. And isn't this what the shit they did with Andrade last time he was here? That he was trying to buy people and buy his services. She's on the ground smiling. Yeah. Nobody's trying. This is like bad community theater. Andrade. Hashtag twin powers. KJ, what was better? Shafir versus Tony or Marina versus Mina? Can they be equally okay? Yo, this is our main event tonight. I didn't even know this was announced. I don't even have a graphic for this. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are rolling. The show goes on. Quickly, just circling back to my thought about JD. JD blocked me once upon a time because I asked how could I take his opinion serious about the WWE while he's wearing an AEW hoodie. Over time, JD has had a falling out with AEW. And I'm not getting into why, but it made him a bitter as fuck. Every time I see a clip from him now, not every time, a lot of the times, he's saying a lot of things that I agree with. Not just about AEW, about WWE. I think he had a rant recently, about the booking. He's been really mad about the booking. That was the diehard of most diehard AEW guys. I hated him because he would come on YouTube and talk about how shit WWE was while he was wearing his AEW hoodie, and he would ramble and ramble and ramble, and WWE could do no right and AEW could do no wrong. But lately, I'll give credit where it's due. When I've seen his opinion, I've kind of nodded and been like, yeah, no angles, no story. All the man wanted was some story. Couldn't he get some story? And then Mercedes kicked him in the nuts. Not actually, but she landed one figuratively, and he now hates them. AEW Yum Yums. We did have a little yum yum. Mina's definitely got some yum yums. Minor yum yums here on the show. No yum yums from Mina. She scares me. I don't want to see Ronda Bulba's forehead on my screen. Anthony, I'm with you, my guy. Fuck that lady. And no, not actually. Excuse my language, sir. But that all being said, I have no interest in Ronda Rousey. And if you were going to bring Ronda, so now what was the point of Ronda at Revolution? What was the meaning of it other than the clicks? It is a lot of sizzle, no steak, right? A lot of fucking hoopla, but no follow through. It's a lot of emptiness. There's a lot of empty promises. Like Tony Khan and AEW are like, the fucking, the what's the word for it? Like the distant father, full of empty promises. Like it just feels like they promise you shit and never give it to you. They never deliver on it. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? So Mina just beat the baddest, toughest woman in AEW, who just lost on Sunday. Now, I thought they set up this Tony Mina situation so that that Ronda would show up, that you could continue that storyline. And the main event, if you guys don't know, is a trios match that's about to happen. Jack Perry and the Young Bucks. Who are they even wrestling? We'll find out in a second. Ladies and gentlemen, I will take a moment. I will remind everybody, let's take a word from our sponsor. That's right, folks. We shirt people. Thank you, MDB, for that little gem. But go get your merch. We got all types of new stuff, including our new Pause for the Cause t-shirts, as well as our What Are We Doing t-shirts. Perfect for a Wednesday night. What are we doing? I don't know. The Young Bucks are here. Jack Perry's coming out. So we will find out what this means. I don't even know who they're fighting. They showed me, but I can't remember. But yes, go get your merch today. Be a part of the family. Be a part of all the fun. As we got all the stuffs, make sure you check us out. As I appreciate everyone for being here. I will be back in 10 seconds, 9 seconds. We are watching All Elite Wrestling on TNA. Oh, no, on TNT. My bad. All right, I'm back. How we doing? How we doing? Are you excited about this main event? Did they sell us on this main event? I know they did like the package earlier. and the school bus showed up, and Luchasaurus was honking the horn. I didn't know that this was leading to this fucking match. Like what is this? Oh, they're fighting Callis. I should have known that. The trios champions. Are they going to? So Jack Perry wins the national title. Tony Khan has a tendency that he likes people having two belts. So, oh no, ignore me. I'm making shit up at this point. I just made all that up. That's not happening. Whoa, yo, yo! I can't even do it. They make that, Jose. I might need to jump on. Have you heard of lo-fi wrestling music? I have not. MDB said he didn't. That's it. It's been a while. I've been rambling all fucking night. KJ Wednesday Night Rants. Oh, I might have to make that a t-shirt. I got to get an Anth by Elegance t-shirt as well. Lo-fi. The range is wild, my guy. It's all about the mood. It's all about the mood. Remember, variety is the spice of life. You're never going to get me into one box. Pause. They're going against Okada and some bums. Okada and RPG. Roppongi Vice. This is our main event. This is what we're excited about on the go. Like on the guys, remember, they only have a few weeks to Dynasty. Right? Like, what is this? This is the main event. AEW is that thunk girl who offers you a handshake and a hug after you spent all your money on her drinks. Laugh my ass off, you dumb teasing wenches. Yeah, I want to agree with you, but to me, AEW feels like the skanky girl at the party that's just giving it up to whoever's ass, and like that's it. She just gives you, and so they never really have an identity of their own. You know, just use a hoe, use a hoe. Who could you hate? How could you hate that song? It's classic. Let's go. Did I say I hated it? MDB said he hated it. Well, why is this main event after Revolution? I don't know, Jose. I'm with you. Like this instantly, like I want to turn it off. Like I have no interest in this. Roppongi Vice is in your main event. This is what we were talking about before. Is I don't mind if you are you, be your niche. But then don't tell me, oh, I can't believe the WWE booked this shit. This is your fucking main event? A collision match? Okada on his knees begging? Is he begging that they don't kick him, or is he begging for the peckers in the face? What is he begging for? Right? Doesn't it feel like they just give up everything? They just fucking, here you go. Like, okay, I don't need to see you again. I got it all on the first try. We weren't even dating and you gave it up. It's like the girl, she shows up with the weed. You're like, whoa, shit, you down. Right? I don't know if I should shake your hand or shake your, oh, I guess it's on. Like, use a hoe. Let's bring back Skanky. I love it. Skanky wrestling. They just give you all the shit. They don't hold anything back. They're giving it up quick. So 71% taking Buck Perry or Perry Buck or whatever we want to fucking call them. 2 stip matches and Will Ospreay match, and this is the main event. A coffin match, main event? No. A no holds bar match, main event? No. The biggest star in your company comes back, main event? No. Bucks and again, there will be no tagging. There will be no countouts. There will be no rules. And instantly, when people say this is the best wrestling, it gets disqualified. This is street ball. This is amateur. This is just having a good time. So be it. Take it for what it's worth. This show pissed me off tonight. I'm with you, bro. Because you hope they build on stuff. And when you got to think, and I'm going to pull it up so I'm accurate when I say this, but I'm pretty confident. But I don't want to misspeak. But let's look at this. Here we go. So if we're looking at AEW right now, their schedule, they just came off Revolution Sunday. April 12th, a few weeks away, Dynasty. A few weeks after that, Double or Nothing, May 2-4 weekend. That's what we call it in Canada, May 24th. So there's about a month and a change between Dynasty, Double or Nothing. Revolution just happened. So you have a few weeks to get us excited for Dynasty, and that's got to bleed into Double or Nothing. Is that fair? That's a fair statement, right? What about tonight's show gets you fucking thinking about Dynasty? How much have they talked about Dynasty tonight? Anything here kind of leads you down a path? Did you build off anything that happened at Revolution? Maybe. Tried. The Moxley stuff tonight sucked as always. The opening match was okay. It was a match that didn't need to happen. Will Ospreay taking on like a strong competitor maybe in the main event? This main event is so lackluster. This main event is insane to me. The only thing I liked was the beginning of the Ospreay and the Mox and the presentation of Swerve's promo. Other than that, this was a train wreck. It's just not that exciting. Car! I love that. Hi, Wayne. Boom. Yeah. But usually Dynamite can be, and even like Revolution, it's a train wreck, but in a way that we kind of enjoy. This has been a boring train wreck. I'm not overly excited. Honestly, if I didn't show up here tonight with a list of fucking topics to get off my chest, I would have been very bored tonight. Good thing we had a lot to talk about. We had a lot of things to break down. But again, telling me that you have long matches where you don't follow the rules of the sport you're competing in, right? They'd be really cool if baseball players ran from third to home, like third, second, and first home. But they don't do that because that's not the rules. And that's what AEW is trying to do. They're trying to run backwards on the bags. Pause somehow. Everyone's biting everybody. Everybody's fucking bleeding. Everybody. We're doing hardcore matches in the middle of a show and then ending it with a meaningless trios match. It's crazy. Sulking. Where's Brody King? Yeah, sulking. That's jokes. There you go. Sometimes it takes a minute. Sometimes it takes a minute, bro. Gotta be patient with that motherfucker. I cannot wait to say goodnight to y'all. And not because I don't like y'all. You're not enjoying the tonight AEW Dynamite show for real? Okay. I'm not enjoying it very much, Nightmare. I'm curious if you can hear my voice and you're like, oh man, this show's great. I'm not shaming you for feeling that way. I just want to know, what do you like about this show? Car. Yes, man. We all did. Come on now. Come on. Now you get a groan and you're like, that's gross. And again, no judgment. It goes in both directions. There's some skeezy fucking dudes that would fucking hump your wall if you let them. But yeah, no, I don't want to pick on just the ladies, but you're right. From my perspective. But yeah, you made a career on that. Oh, of course. It's 9:55 right now, and a meaningless match will blur into fucking past 10 o'clock. Raw was way better than this shit. Raw was better. NXT was better, for sure. We really enjoyed NXT last night, and the wrestling was better. I mean, the matches were better. We can play that game right now if people want to. We'll go match to match, and you guys can tell me what match was better. But the main event's rolling on. It looks just like the match we saw on the weekend. It looks like every other fucking Bucks match. The Bucks lack creativity. The Bucks lack any insight. The Bucks have been doing the same shit for 12 years, and the crowd's quiet. Tell me if I'm wrong. Little bit of a pop there. JC James, Sol Ruka, Zarya, Women's Championship. Was that better than Ospreay? Was that better than Mina versus Shafir? Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. They even told a story, set up the future. Much better match. Okay. Matt Jackson gets a 2-for-1. The crowd goes. The Bucks have done good lately, like especially Matt Jackson. He'll hit a move, and then he'll actually like play to the crowd. Like he knows the crowd's quiet. You see him right now. He's playing to the crowd, which that's his job, and I commend him for that. Now it's him recognizing the crowd isn't that energized at the end of the show. But look, they're working to get the crowd up. They're just you're wrestling Roppongi Vice, man. We don't care. The Americanos against the Vanity Project. Was that a better match? Was there a match on tonight's show better than that match? Whoo, maybe not. I thought this was a really good match last night. Good energy, good vibe. It's better than this main event. Super kick. Both men off the ropes. And they both eat knees because the guys no sold the super kicks. And we got some boos. Fallon versus Ren in a speed match. I would watch Fallon versus Ren St. Clair 10 times over before rewatching Mina versus Marina. I'm all ears. If you disagree, I'm breaking it down for y'all. Birthright versus Hank and Tank was maybe one of the lower, like my least favorite match of last night. But what match on this card tonight was, I mean, Blake and Ospreay better than this? I don't know. What other matches did we have tonight? What the fuck are we missing? Izzy versus Paxley in a cage. I mean, that's a little bit of an exception because it's in a cage. It's a big deal. They've built towards it. But what am I missing? Like, were those matches, when we talk, the Vanity Project sucks. You're right, Jason. But they were in a better match than any other match I've seen tonight. Tell me when I'm telling lies. Tell me when I'm wrong. Yeah, facts. I love Mina. Mina's adorable. I think she's great. She's the only yum yum of the night. We had a single yum yum. I had more men get bit in the face than yum yums tonight. What are we doing? Yes, so that is true, Ken. Claudio, for those who don't know, Claudio has signed a dual deal. A lot of the wrestlers, Mystico is one of them, Hichichero, they're signing these dual deals where they are co-owned. I don't know if that means that like CMLL is picking up part of their tab, right? So maybe Tony's paying 75% of their wage. I don't know. But yeah, they're signing these dual deals. AEW never really did have the same wrestling vibe as WWE. I agree with that. But my argument that I'm making towards a lot of the wrestling fans out there is, well, the WWE doesn't do good matches. AEW's where the best matches are. What match tonight was better? Like, to me, the trios match we got last night with the Americanos and the Vanity Project was a more entertaining, well-structured professional wrestling match. Help me understand. This is boring shit. Humpty Dumpty. That's Humpty Hump. Oh, yeah. Do the Humpty Hump. Why doesn't that surprise me, my guy? Yeah, I don't know where Brody King is. We can give Brody the week off. We can't give Moxley one fucking show off ever. As we have hit 10 o'clock. And we get the 3 off of V-Trigger. Is anybody jazzed about this? The show's a 3. I might not go 3. Tatum Paxley was better than anything we got tonight. Facts. Not good to lie that. Oh, I don't know what that is. Hey, Mike Santana will be at the Blue Cross Arena Sunday, March 29th. Okay. Not far from home. I am wearing a G-Shock right now, and I'm not. Ridiculous. NXT is a whole new show since they got rid of Ava. I don't disagree, Squash. I love it. I mean, I was not a fan. So the Bucks have a mic. You guys are fucking boring. Fucking boring. This is fucking Speak your fucking mind, bro. Get it out. That's actually real footage of Nick taking a nap. Yeah, your whole family watch you guys lose. Losers. Oh, they're getting emotional. But they're not good with a promo mic. Like, they're not good with the mic at all. Is it safe to say to call Takeshita a baby back bash since he hasn't bossed up on Okada? I mean, this man's struggling. You look what happened on the weekend. This is long standing. It's bad writing. It makes Takeshita look bad. Takeshita's a guy that could be at the top of this company having banger matches with your top guys, and they don't. And I think in AEW, the priority is feelings. If Takeshita gets pushed, it might hurt Moxley's feelings. Or if, so-and-so gets pushed, it might upset this person. The Bucks don't want to be overlooked. They don't want to be outshadowed. So I'm trying. No Edge and Christian. A lot of people talked about Edge and Christian. None. This match is annoying. It was way too theater. This is where I get confused by the AEW fan base, the tribal ones. And we talked about it a lot tonight. If you watch this match and you see all the theatrics and all the flaws and all the holes and the leg slapping and the bad wrestling, and then you tell me, nope, WWE, they're terrible. And this promo should have happened 2 hours ago. Why is this happening at 10:03? This should be for the internet audience. This happened when we went off the air. Am I wrong? Damn, that's why this company is ass. Where are the hoes at? Yeah, it's a sausage fest. If you want to know why AEW has to absolute worst follow-up to shows, Swerve wins world title, no follow-up. Stat wins world title, no stat. You're so right. No follow. Oh, there's Edge. Why? Wait. Why now? Why would you do this here? And the crowd almost just went, huh? I don't feel like the crowd went, ah. They went, ah. What is happening? Let's make the Vanity Project be hate. Let's hate the heel again. Hate them. I hate them. They suck. I don't like them. They're little pricks. Here comes Christian. Everybody's favorites.
Asshole.
JC Solruka Zarya was better than anything tonight. Facts. That's what I'm saying. If we want to play this game, a lot of the fans out there don't want to do it. They want to make statements with no backup to it. Oh, it's just better, bro. Yeah, it was just better. But why? But what about this match? No. Not that's not good. Why wasn't it good? No, it just wasn't good. It's weak. It's weak sauce. Why is this segment happening now? No, because you're beefing with someone else. We didn't think we'd see this, you fucking mope. Fucking Adam Moplin. Triple nut biting. Why is there even a ref in the ring? It's just choreography. Facts. The Bandito keep taking L's. Oh, poor Bandito. Thekla told Tony she was taking time off. Yeah, why can't Moxley do that? Young Bucks win. Match over. They bite their dinky. Did that happen? I was talking to y'all. If that happened, that's fucking crazy. You know already how I feel. I missed the dinky biting. I'm so mad at myself right now. Okay, now he's talking about his wife. Oh. It's embarrassing. Yo, I missed it. I wish I would have noticed. I'm so sorry, folks. I've said it before and I say it again. We're really out here biting dicks. On a Wednesday night, y'all be biting dicks? What the fuck are we doing? Bucks promo shit. This follow-up is boring. This is garbage. This show is garbage. You booked extra fucking stip matches for nothing. I saw a guy in a fucking flip a car and get up and continue a match. I saw someone get chloroform tonight. I've seen more biting than I care for. Oh, I shut it off. The three dudes bit their other. I missed that. I saw the spot, but I was talking to y'all. I did not realize they were dick biting. And that to me, some AEW dick biters. Hashtag dick biters. Okay, so it's official with no heat, with FTR not around. Oh, by the way, here's a graphic: FTR versus Edge and Copeland, or Cope and Christian at Dynasty. No angle, just here it is. And just so you know, when we beat them, you guys, the Young Bucks, are going to get to retire Edge and Christian like they retired Sting. Oh, it's so depressing. What I've learned is money will make people do and say just about anything. And I mean, I didn't just learn it today. It's a long standing. Yeah. We're the best tag team of your generation. Okay, here comes FTR. Which this whole angle would have made more sense. Why are we watering this down with extra teams? KJ, they might be prick wrestlers. What they are actually good wrestlers, good character, but good wrestlers. I like the Vanity Project. Oh no, I mean I was playing kayfabe, Paul. I literally they're doing fine. They're young and I haven't got used to them yet. But I mean, in the time that I've seen them, they're fine. We hate them. They're little pricks, but they're not terrible at their job. They're just so young. I mean, it's because I'm old. This will become a trio. I hope it doesn't. As here comes FTR. He limped out and now is speed walking down. And the Bucks drop him. This is boring. FTR, are they fucking morons? And then Christian kicks him in the nuts. Why would you roll into that ring? You were outnumbered 4-2-2, and yeah, they're going to set up the triple threat. Essentially, Edge and Christian said, we're going to beat FTR, and then we're going to come after you. Where's Misfit? New Age Young Outlaws to debut. Oh. I'm waiting for it, Misfit. I'm waiting for it. Tony will pay for that pop. If I could go back and find it, 2 years ago I said he'd pay for that pop. Yeah, man. Yeah, let's not forget Needles. Again, it's shock. It's shocking. Shock for the sake of shock that leads nowhere. There was a triple dick bite. I missed the triple dick bite. I'm so mad. I mean, probably best, but I was talking to the chat. I saw them go up. I didn't realize they all bit dicks. That's it. AEW. Hashtag dick biters. You guys can spread that all around. Tell me I'm wrong. They love biting dicks. Dynasty. This segment made no sense. The fact that they did this segment in an overrun makes even less sense. The show becomes mundane. It becomes boring. It becomes drawn out. It becomes long. Again, Edge and Christian have a legitimate beef with FTR. Leave it at that straight up. Everything else is extra and messy. But ladies and gentlemen, Dynamite goes off the air. I got around triple digits hanging out with me right now. Let me know, what did you like about the show? What didn't you like? Give me a rating out of 10. Out of 10, and be honest. Don't be mean to it because you don't like AEW, and don't overpraise it because you do. Be honest. Where was this show tonight? What was good about this show tonight? We opened with Ospreay and Blake Christian in a match that made no sense to have in the opening. I tried to give it credit because Ospreay coming out gets the big pop. Ospreay gets the win. as he should. It was it wasn't bad. I thought it was short enough to be okay, and it was highly dominant. I mean, I feel like Christian got some shit in, but mostly it was all Ospreay. Where do we go from there? I might need you guys to remind me of some shit. AEW tag team titles on the line at Dynasty. Yes. So again, build an angle, build a reason. Nope, we'll just put up a graphic. Lazy pop-up book writing. They're really, we know we're going to get it, but make it cool. And the Bucks getting involved, water it down. What was the second thing on this fucking show tonight? I can't even remember. It's so fucked up. Eventually, it led into the Coffin match. They got to stop doing Coffin matches in AEW. I have yet to see AEW do, at least the last couple have really sucked. Tonight's Coffin match started in the parking lot. And in one of the dumbest things I've ever seen in pro wrestling, one of the dumbest things I've ever seen in pro wrestling, Darby knocks a man out with chloroform and rolls him into the trunk of a car, and then drives the car forward over a heap of garbage to flip the car onto its head. But he was driving it. Do I need to express how fucking moronic that was? Do I need to express, oh, but Darby's crazy, he'll sacrifice? Gabe Kidd might have been in a better, more comfortable position in the trunk laying down than Darby was behind the steering wheel. But was that the end of the match? Was that like, did security come running over? Did we get like a EMT to make sure he was okay? No. We're going to go to the ring. We put him on a fucking trolley or whatever the fuck and wheel him out to the ring. And we pull out a straitjacket. We get the straitjacket on. Then we bite each other's face a little bit. And then we do a tope and Gabe falls in the box and your big signing of the dogs. The dogs weren't on the show tonight. Brant, sorry, fuck y'all. And Gabe Kidd takes an L, just like the dogs did on Wednesday. So tell me, Mr. Tony Khan and company, why should I give a fuck about the dogs? We don't know who let them out. I know who put them back in. I'll tell you that much. Why did Edge and Christian skip to the front of the line and become the number one contenders? I'm going to ignore that, Jose, because it's Edge and Christian. To me, certain people can call their shot. And they jumped to the top of the line because it was the FTR that put them out. But you show up on Sunday, you get involved with FTR, great, good. But tonight, we got to make it messy. We got to push the Bucks back in. That's what Nick predicted. I'll be honest. I won't take credit for it. But the idea that they're going to try and recreate TLC with these three teams, to me, again, I think you're doing more harm than good to your legacy, and I don't think it will be what it was. So go ahead, but I think that's what they're going to try and do here. This should have been on YouTube and the show already. I agree with that, Nair. All they had to do at the end of the show was say, and that's the show, the Young Bucks win, good night. And then, like the WWE did, we see it all the time. This is what happened when the tape stopped running. The Young Bucks had a message. The fact that you saved Adam Copeland and Christian to the overrun, that you couldn't fit Edge and Christian into the 2-hour show is fucking appalling. It is embarrassing. It is fucking wrong. Ricky Smokes is goated. Name for the wrestler. Let's go. Jose, my fave intro. What the fuck? Yeah, I don't know. Then we get dick biting. We get a trios match in the main event. The trios match sucked in the main event. AEW Dynamite was awesome. I give it a 10 out of 10. Beep, you're lying. I know you're just trying to play. What do you really give it? Because that show was far from a 10. We are going to do a TLC match eventually. FTR versus the Young Bucks versus Copeland. Facts. That made FTR so weak. Why would the bad guys, the villains, roll into that ring? Have these motherfuckers never watched a minute of wrestling before? Tony Khan's apparently a super wrestling fan, a historian, an archive of wrestling knowledge. Then he should know how fucking dumb that was. Shouldn't he? Should he not know how fucking stupid it is for the heels to roll in and instantly get the shit kicked out of them? Should he not know that? All right. This segment was stupid and extra for nothing. This whole show was that description for me. Just extra for nothing. Like, I'm totally fine with Edge and Christian going after the titles. Me too. But if Tony was smart, why not have FTR win the title Sunday so Edge and Christian could do the whole thing with FTR? Good question. 4 out of 10. Exactly. Boston. Dynamite was trash. It's just uneventful, lackluster, trying to be like super crazy and shocking. But we just saw a death match on Sunday that outdid both those matches. So what are you doing? 2 out of 10. That might be a little low, but Bray Hell in a Cell was better. Solid what? 4 out of 10. 7.5 out of 10. 7.5. Holy fuck. Dynasty will be in Vancouver on April 12th. Yes, it will. As they head to the Great White North. 7.5. 3. No, I'm going to go. I'm sitting on a 4. There's so many reasons why I'm sitting on a 4 out of 10 tonight. And I don't give a fuck what anyone says out there. AEW Dynamite tonight was disappointing, and that's why the mark is lower. I can't recall a match that I enjoyed tonight. I can't recall, like, oh, that was really good. Mina and Shafir was terrible, didn't make sense. The fact that you beat Shafir is insane. How do you continue the storyline if Tony's little best friend took out the person that took you out? How does that make sense? You lose marks for dick biting. You lose marks for Edge and Christian in the overrun. You lose marks for making FTR look like complete fucking morons. You lose marks for hiring a guy and employing a guy like Ricochet. You lose marks for boring us. You lose marks for the matches not making any sense. You lose marks for no purpose for a referee in any of this. Like, AEW is the first wrestling that can be wrestled by AI because you just need somebody to count the 3. I'm going 4. 5 out of 5 out of 10. 5.5 out of 10. I like Mina Melons. That's it. That was the one yum-yums of the night. 7 out of 10. That's too high. 7 out of 10. That's a 7. NXT last night was a 24. The 20 people in the evolved whatever the hell in the warehouse for louder than AEW tonight. Yeah, you're not wrong. 2 out of 10. 8 out of 10. 8, Mega. Really? You're going to give that show an 8? All right. I mean, you to each their own, but 8, 4 out of 10, 5 out of 10. Horrific, embarrassing, offensive show, honest to God. Either the booker is a moron or he thinks the fans are morons. And at the end of the day, the people that are cheering and defending this, there's your answer. That's who he's making this show for. Everyone else can go fuck themselves. 5 out of 10. Facts for Boston. JCW is more interesting than AEW lately. That is fucking nuts, Jason. 5 out of 10. 4 out of 10. A coffin match. Yeah, right? I'd rather have that. And fucking, what did that look like? What's your favorite color and why is it blue? It's blue, more blue. Yeah, I'll take blue. Blue on blue, double blue, blues. Blues are good. Feeling a little blue. Dabba-dee, dabba-die. 5 out of 10. Yeah, it's fucking insane. Just, it's like everything you could do wrong in the span of 2 hours on a show coming off your first big pay-per-view of 2025, or sorry, 2026. Wow. That's mind-numbing. You didn't have anything better? You didn't have anything planned? You got Dynasty in 4 weeks. Wow. No David Finlay. No dogs. No dogs. They said, fuck, I'm sorry. I'm out, dog. 4 out of 10. Once Gabe is in the trunk, you can do anything to him. And Darby's like, I know, I'll kill myself in a car crash. Everyone is. It's true, though. Like, if Darby had reached down and, like, I don't know, put a stick on the fucking gas and jumped out, and the car fucking, he ghosted the car, and some creative editing got that to look like you fucked up the car with Gabe in it, perfect. You drove it. You got more hurt than he did. You fucking idiot. I can't cheer for a moron. I can't do it. He's a fucking idiot. On your head. I'd rather watch Swerve and Kenny. I didn't. All right, we're getting down to the nitty gritty, folks. Last few comments, and then I will say goodnight. I love seeing how many people are hanging out with me tonight. Make sure you hit like, share, subscribe. Be a friend, tell a friend. Click all the buttons. Be a part of all the shows. And we'll keep coming back for more. Tomorrow night is TNA. Anthony and Nick will have you at 8:45. We're back for SmackDown. So much coming your way. Good news is I had a good time at NXT last night. LOL, wrestling in person is a different experience. I love wrestling in person. Late last year, I had my first time of like sitting close. Like I was sitting right on the railing. Never done that before. It's so fun. So fun. And I mean, I keep saying it. I love wrestling. And I'm mad at this because I love wrestling. I love this company. I just don't know what the fuck they're doing. AEW is so bad that I never say a bad thing about WWE. That's what I mean. If you are the sickos out there running around with rocks in your hands, you're in a glass house, folks. Look around. 4 out of 10. 3 out of 10. 6 out of 10. We won't be seeing Ricochet for a while. I don't think we should. Sit him out. 2 out of 10. And Moxley. Give Moxley a vacation. Adam Page is taking time off. Adam Page needs time off. Adam Page can have 3-4 months to go chill, heal up, rest, chill out with his family. And then when he comes back, he'll get a big pop. Moxley needs to fuck off. Tony is not a smart man. I'll agree with it. Either he's not smart or he thinks the people that watch his wrestling show are fucking morons. That's the only two options. Y'all can decide what it is. Looking forward to SmackDown. Can't wait. That's on Friday, by the way, not tomorrow. Oh yeah, Maddie, you're ahead. Yeah, I'm with you, bro. Tony needs to get some sleep. Yeah, 5 out of 10. KJ White, thank you, Nightmare. 9, Jerome, on all the drugs. Oh shit, it's Thursday. Yeah, right. I got you. I know what's up. 4 out of 10. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're down. Yeah, 7 was being nice. Yeah, 7's high for me, and because of the flaws, that's all. But it's each their own. 7 out of 10. Oh, I almost kicked the door. 7 out of 10. All right. Honestly, I feel like that's too high. 4 out of 10, an embarrassing show. It was bad. It was really bad. That's amazing, Boston. That's so cool, dude. Respect. It was a bad aftermath. None of it made sense. It's just the right opinion. You guys are always entertaining as fuck. We try. Even if we're solo, we all three of us come in and bring our best, and we just want to have a fun time. Even if we're criticizing things, even if some of the topics get heavy, we want to be a fun time. So we appreciate you. I enjoyed Revolution. I did too, but I had zero faith that TK would follow up on Dynamite because they never do follow up a pay-per-view, and I was proven right again. Misfits, I 150% agree with you. They have a bad habit, even when they do their best pay-per-views. They follow it up with a horrible Dynamite. Tony doesn't know how to get in or out or transition. And now we're in this dead man zone where you just ate a week of Dynamite and we're heading towards Dynamite super fast. So they better lock and load real quick. But I don't know where they're going. Where do you go with Tony? Do you run back Tony and Marina? You don't need to. Mina just avenged her. So Tony, Marina, Shafir is dead. The Young Bucks might end up in a triple threat, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where any of this leads to. Good night. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. I'm digging ya. I appreciate ya. Wrestle Squash. I love that. I love that name. I love the avatar. It's like Kevin Owens' critique. I like it. Yeah, my buddy Kevin Owens. I can't wait to see him back. People think that Randy was talking to KO on the phone, so let's hope. But yes, I am the KO of the channel. SmackDown is better than AEW tonight. Yeah, and then SmackDown didn't even come on. Let's go. Skills, I saw you. All right, deep breath. We are back tomorrow, 8:45 p.m. Go check out all our socials. We're on Instagram, Twitter, X, Facebook. I said Twitter and X. We're on Twitch. Go check out our Twitch. We love you. We appreciate you guys. It's been a fun night. Remember, don't punch down. Don't pick on people that you're bigger than. Be kind. Find a way. And remember, you don't work at the fucking company, so stop defending it like you do. Beyond that, ladies and gentlemen, as always, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. This was another live stream. This is the channel that covers more live wrestling than anybody else out there. Big shout out to Anthony. Big shout out to Nick. They will be here tomorrow. And I am Mr. Evernight, KJ White. Have a good night. We'll see you on the flip side.